In the blink of an eye, the cat popped its head out less than 20 miles away from the big hole in Hope City. Under the ground, the seawater rose up and began to corrode the surroundings. At this moment, the man and the demon ran over. There were quite a lot of rat-type demon beasts. The gopher that had run away earlier was also an elemental Dao demon rat. This one wasn't an elemental Dao rat. It was only a weak 9th grade one. The cat looked around. I'm just sticking my head out. No one will care, right? Just for a while. I'll retreat as soon as I catch him. How troublesome. This place is my back garden. Why should I be so careful? The cat was a little unhappy. This was its territory. Not only was it occupied by someone now, it could not even appear. It was really frustrating. It did not think anymore. When the man and the mouse escaped at high speed, the man and the demon had just passed by the sky where the cat was. The next moment, a furry tail lashed out with a smack. Bang! The rank 9 castellan turned into dust directly, as if he had never appeared. The demon beast, on the other hand, was curled up by the cat's tail. In the blink of an eye, it disappeared on the spot. After about 3 seconds, Wu Quishan and Chun-Chi arrived. Wu Quishan was shocked. Where was he? Where was the demon? He disappeared suddenly. 3 seconds. Both of them saw the man and the demon escaping in front of them just now. Then, in a blur, they were gone. The man and the demon were gone. 2 rank 9s. They disappeared in the blink of an eye. What happened? Wu Quishan was shocked to the point of fear. Absolute Peak had definitely made a move. He believed that the man and the demon were not hiding. The other party did not have Fong Ping's ability and could not hide their auras. Now, their auras had completely disappeared. No, there was a bloody smell in the void. Wu Quishan looked around, his expression extremely serious. It seemed like someone had died. The rank 9 golden body was turned into dust directly. He reached out and scooped. A small drop of golden blood appeared in his hand. Other than that, there was nothing else. 2 rank 9s were gone, just like that under their noses. Wu Quishan looked down quickly. The big hole at the bottom was filled by the cat. However, Wu Quishan still felt that something was amiss. With a face full of vigilance, he looked at Chun-Chi, his eyes full of uncertainty. Chun-Chi did not make a sound. Instead, he landed carefully. After waiting for a while, seeing that everything was fine, he punched the ground carefully. Rumble, the soil collapsed, revealing a river ditch like a tributary of the taboo sea in the bounded zone. This was an undercurrent. Chun-Chi's expression changed drastically. The taboo sea was expanding. This undercurrent, where did it lead to? Wu Quishan saw this scene too. He said in horror, "Flight step." Even without his reminder, Chun-Chi was also afraid. He hurriedly flight step and said quickly, "There's an undercurrent in the taboo sea." 2 rank 9s disappeared instantly. There might be a taboo sea demon clan appearing. Did you see it just now? A tail? It should be. Both of them looked at each other. Then Wu Quishan's expression changed drastically. He said, "Go back quickly. This undercurrent seems to be leading to Hope City." This was trouble. They blasted Hope City and created a huge hole. Now, the seawater was flowing backward. Maybe it was heading toward Hope City. If they did not go back now, the thing in the sea might appear under their feet. Danger! Great danger! Wu Quishan was terrified. A large number of human powerhouses had gathered there now. Once the venerable Glory Demon clan killed their way there, would Zhang Tao be able to rescue them in time? No one had expected the venerable Glory Demon clan. It was definitely a paragon. 2 rank 9s were killed in the blink of an eye. This was not even a weak paragon. A weak paragon could also kill a weak rank 9 easily. However, Wu Quishan felt that it should not be to this extent. When King Huai killed the Jiao, he could not kill the Jiao with a punch from a distance. Both of them were very worried. They could not care about anything else and hurried back. Underground, in the undercurrent, the cat roasted the rat happily and skewered it. Now, it was just short of a drink. With the skewered and drink, then it could almost watch the show quietly. Where did the drink come from? Of course, it was the life essence. 3 monster plants. The green bamboo self-destructed. The cypress tree and the flowers did not. They all fell. Although the life essence had begun to dissipate, there was still some left. I have to be faster than them. These 2 fellows have gone back. Maybe they took my nectar. The cat could not care less about eating the rat meat now. He dug a hole first. While digging a hole in an uninhabited place, draining the seawater, the cat thought about the 2 people in the sky just now. Both of them are martial artists who have stepped into the origin martial arts. One of them has gone very far. Is this what humans are like now? They seem quite powerful. The cat muttered. In the past, these martial artists were only 1 step away from true God. They were usually in closed-door cultivation. Once they were in closed-door cultivation, they would be hundreds of years old. Humans nowadays were still fighting at this level. It was really tough. But they feel so weak. They don't know how to fight at all. They don't even know how to fight like me. Also, why do they have to fight on the ground? Isn't it better to drag them into the origin space to fight? The ground is broken. These fellows fight every day. They don't even fight in the origin space. They always fight outside. How annoying. The ash cat was a little unhappy. Its territory had been taken away. Now it had become the Forbidden Sea. They could obviously fight in the origin space. It was so convenient. They had to fight on the ground. They fought until they were bloody. How annoying. The cat killed 2 rank 9s with a slap of its tail. At the same time, in Hope City's direction, Fong Ping's expression changed. The place was not far. He could actually sense the situation over there. The 2 rank 9s. Auras disappeared in the blink of an eye. Why did they disappear? Dead. Not only Fong Ping, but Wu Chuan and the rest also looked over there. Chen Yaozu looked shocked. He suddenly said, "It seems like a powerhouse attacked." One could imagine how powerful the powerhouse he mentioned was. Everyone's expression changed. Fong Ping said bitterly, "Absolute peak." Possible. Chen Yaozu's expression was solemn. Then he said in a low voice, "Let's go first." "No, Before Fong Ping could finish, Chen Yaozu shouted, "Leave this place first." It seems like something happened in the direction of the Forbidden Sea. After passing through the passageway, martial kings can enter at any time. We will be safe enough. After saying this, Fong Ping could only say, "Wait for the vice-chancellor and the rest. They will be back soon." "Oh, right, I'll keep the monster beasts and monster plants. We will leave together later." He was about to land on the ground. In the distance, Wu Quishan saw that he was about to land and shouted suddenly, "It's dangerous underground. Don't go down." Walala, Wu Quishan had just finished shouting when suddenly a large amount of seawater seemed to have broken through the barrier in the underground pit, gushing into the big hole. Fong Ping was shocked. However, he had also landed on the ground. He could already see the corpses of the monsters in the pit, the corpses of 2 monster plants and 2 monster beasts. 7 monsters. 2 rats ran away. The phoenix begged for mercy. The other 4 were all killed. However, Chen Yaozu blew up the monster directly. The other 1 self-destructed, injuring Wang Tringhai. Only the 2 demonic beasts were still intact and had already fallen to the ground. 2 monsters, 2 monster plants, and 4 rank 9 monsters. Although their heart and brain cores were not complete, some were completely shattered. However, the corpses of rank 9 monsters were very precious. Not to mention the cypress that was killed first, there was 100% chance that its life essence survived. Fong Ping saw a few monster corpses right under his nose. He wanted to take them away before leaving. However, just as he was about to use his mentality to move them, in the next second, something happened that made Fong Ping's jaw drop. A huge furry head suddenly appeared. It poked its head out, looking at Fong Ping with its big eyes. Then, ignoring him, it opened its mouth and inhaled. The few monster corpses disappeared in the blink of an eye. The cat wanted to dive into the water and leave. After thinking for a while, it suddenly raised its head and flashed a big smile at Fong Ping. "Mine. Although it seems like you guys killed them, they're mine now." Not only that, there was actually another reason why it did not leave now. I saw a big bird. I want to eat bird meat. It tastes really good. The cat raised its paw and pointed at the captured phoenix in the sky. A skewer appeared in its hand. Fong Ping looked at it and was terrified again. The monster that ran just now, it was a skewer. In the blink of an eye, it had become a skewer. Clang, clang, clang. The phoenix monster was so frightened that its cries were so rapid that it was fatal. "No, no, don't look at me. So scary. So dangerous." A cat that appeared out of nowhere seemed to want to eat it. It had seen some true king monsters in the Guardian Palace, but none of them seemed to bring as much fear to it as this cat. It was too scary. Even if it was just a glance, the phoenix monster was also scared out of its wits. It would die. "Don't eat me." As it screamed, Fong Ping suddenly turned around and ran. He was scared too. What the hell? His spoils of war were snatched away by a monster that he suspected to be at the peak. What kind of monster is this? Only its head was exposed. Its head was too big. Fong Ping could not recognize what it was at first, but it did not stop him from being afraid of death. Run. As for the spoils of war, who cared? What was going on today? He ran. The others did not say a word and fled one after another. Danger. The underground pit was almost turning into a lake. The cat felt a little regretful. Why did he run? He did not say that he had to eat it. He was just asking for his opinion. At this moment, the passageway vortex was right above his head. The cat's big head looked curiously, then suddenly shuddered. Something was wrong. It felt like someone was staring at him, right on the opposite side of the passageway. Run. The cat did not hesitate either. It snatched the spoils of war, dived into the water, and was about to run. Just as it was about to run, a subtle wave of mentality fluctuated. Don't be shy. This wave of mentality was too weak. Even a rank 9 might not be able to sense it, even if it was within reach. However, the cat heard it. It did not care about Wu Quishan and Chun Chi, who were frantically escaping from its side. Its head appeared again, asking curiously, titled True God. The mentality that seeped in was a little suspicious. The cat's big head was full of curiosity, doubt, and surprise. "I don't know you. You're so strong." The origin is doubled, and the second increment is the titled True God. One can open a sect, establish a sect, be called a king, be crowned an emperor. The cat muttered a few words. In other words, the level of the Lord of the Grotto Heaven could be crowned an emperor if his strength was doubled. Don't tell him that it was the cat food sold in the pet shop in real life. Whether it was or not, Zhang Tao agreed immediately and said quickly, "Okay." Continue to pour seawater and dig a passage that can directly lead to the direction of Mount Imperial Sea. I need your help. If the situation is not good, hide in the seawater and attack the catacombs' powerhouses. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about the peak. True gods. As for those rank 9s, if you hide in the sea, No one can find your whereabouts. As he said that, Zhang Tao said strangely, if humans enter the water of the Forbidden Sea, their mentality and golden body will be corroded. This was also the reason why humans did not go to the Forbidden Sea. If they went in, their mentality and golden body would be corroded. Of course, if the desperate realm was powerful, they could actually stay for a while. However, this cat was very strange. It did not respond at all. I don't know. The cat answered straightforwardly. After thinking for a while, it said, I won't do it. Unless you give me a bag. No, 100 bags of cat food. The cat wanted 1 bag at first, but it thought that it did not know how much a bag of cat food cost now. It asked for a higher price, 100 bags. It could be bargained. It opened its mouth. Old Zhang continued to be dumbfounded. Was this cat serious? It was calculated in bags. In that case, was this really the cat food of the modern era? This should be what Elvesian said. How much was a bag of cat food? Old Zhang had not cared about these things for a long time. However, no matter how good it was, 10,000 bucks a bag was considered an overestimate, right? 1 million? Let a peek do it. No problem. Okay. No, 50 bags. That's all. Okay. The Azure Cat agreed, without hesitation. This fool wanted to be a titled true god. This cat thought that 10 bags would be enough. No, a true god could still do it. But it was so long. The cat looked in the direction of Mount Yuhai. It was very tiring to dig a tributary along the way. I wonder if the cat food tastes good. That human said that humans nowadays feed cats with cat food. They don't even eat fish or mice anymore. Since all cats loved it, it should be delicious, right? The cat was not too sure, but there was no harm in trying. If it met a true god, it would not care. The next moment, the cat continued to dive and disappeared into the hole. On the ground, Zhang Tao's gaze was strange. If I gave the cat food to this cat, would I be beaten to death? This cat probably did not know what cat food was, right? Elvesian, what did you say? If the other party was angry, it would be a big problem. But cat food was indeed that. I had no choice. You asked for it, so I just fulfilled your request. Interesting, this fellow actually came out. And it feels silly. Zhang Tao shook his head. To be honest, this was the first time he came into contact with such a creature. It seemed to be gentler than those demons that guarded the palace. There was no hostility. The other party should be an old antique that had lived for thousands of years, but for some reason, it did not seem like it liked to use its brain. Zhang Tao dared not be completely at ease. But at least he had intimidated the other party. The cat probably would not dare to attack Fang Ping. And the rest? Titled true king? Can he be called an emperor? Zhang Tao suddenly laughed. So that was it. The name Demon Emperor originated from this. It seemed like the Demon Emperor had indeed stepped into the state of double enhancement. It was just that he did not know how far he had gone. Also, the masters of the Grotto Heavens were also in this realm. They were not weak. If that's the case, it's about 1 million cal of vitality. They're considered martial artists of the same rank. The basic vitality was about 350,000 calories. Double enhancement would reach 1.05 million. Under normal circumstances, the top paragon's basic vitality should be more than 300,000 calories. Indeed, when it was doubled, it could reach 1 million cal of vitality. Zhang Tao paid no more attention to the cat. Although he valued it very much, the paragon of the bounded domain did not dare to show up rashly. The cat probably did not dare to show up either. It was okay to hide in the Forbidden Sea now, but once it showed up, the catacomb's true king and the human paragon would probably have their eyes on it. Even Zhang Tao actually wanted to capture it. The existence of the bounded domain was similar to that of the king battleground. Everyone had their eyes on them. They wanted to borrow their strength to improve their own strength, to make themselves stronger, so that these old antiques would never have a chance to come out again. Although Zhang Tao thought so, he would not fall out with the bounded domain now. That would be looking for trouble for humans. Very soon, Zhang Tao turned around to look at the tens of thousands of troops. He suddenly shouted, "Victory!" In the Battle of Magic City, Fang Ping and the others killed 14 rank 9 martial artists, captured a monster, and the other 3 escaped. Humans were unharmed. Victory! This voice began to spread out. 5 li, 10 li, 100 li, 1,000 li, until 5,000 li away, more than half of the entire Sino nation was covered. At this moment, martial artists in close proximity could hear it. From afar, just like in the catacombs. Only powerhouses with mentality could hear it. Even so, at this time, everyone was shocked and excited, killed 14 rank 9 martial artists, and captured 1. The Battle of Magic City was a huge victory. Before this, they had already killed 6 rank 9 martial artists. Before this, in the Sky Gate battle in August, they also killed 2 rank 9 martial artists. In just a few months, Magic City Catacombs had already killed 22 rank 9 martial artists. Magic City Catacombs originally had 26 rank 9 martial artists in the city, and almost all of them were killed. Victory! Congratulations to all the powerhouses. Congratulations to Sino Nation. At this moment, countless people were so excited that they almost went crazy. It was too exciting. This time, everyone was paying attention to the Battle of Magic City. 9 rank 9s, 2 rank 8s, 11 people entered the catacombs. In just about 10 minutes, they had almost broken through the Magic City catacombs. The strength of Fang Ping and the others was simply terrifying. At this moment, some rank 7 and 8 martial artists who had not entered the catacombs were also extremely shocked. In 10 minutes, 15 rank 9 martial artists were killed and captured. What exactly happened inside? According to the previous statement, 18 rank 9 martial artists in the Magic City catacombs. Did this mean that they had completely defeated the other party? The Sino Nation powerhouses were all cheering. At the same time, Fang Ping and the others had also escaped dozens of li away. Looking in the direction of Hope City, everyone looked at each other. What was going on? What should they do now? In the midst of everyone's shock, Fang Ping suddenly gritted his teeth and said, "I'm not going there anymore. In for a penny, in for a pound. Just as well. I was originally thinking of killing to my heart's content this time. Go back via Mount Imperial Sea. This time, I want to kill my way through the Magic City catacombs. I'll kill as many rank 9s as they come. Everyone, don't care about it. When the minister comes, even the Paragon will have to retreat. I believe in the minister." At this moment, Fang Ping could only believe in Zhang Tao. He believed that Zhang Tao could intimidate everyone. He also believed that Zhang Tao could sweep through everything. Whether it was the demon clan or the catacombs' true king, none of them would be old Zhang's opponent, a powerhouse who had walked 10,000 meters. In this era, was there really anyone who could be old Zhang's opponent? Old Zhang, if you're still unreliable this time, I'll completely rely on Warlord. Fang Ping gritted his teeth. I'll still be your underling now. If you don't do your best this time, I won't be your underling anymore. Next time, look for Warlord to cooperate with you. Fang Ping expressed his trust in old Zhang and decided to ignore this monster. Chen Yaozu and the rest exchanged glances. Very soon, Chen Yaozu said solemnly, "Then ignore it. There's no point in worrying about it. Since the passageway is dangerous, we won't go back. We'll just pretend that it's cutting off our path of retreat." That was good as well. Their path of retreat had been cut off, and they could only move forward bravely. Everyone, let's kill to our heart's content today and completely wipe out Magic City's catacombs. Don't leave any more trouble for future generations. Everyone looked at each other and burst into laughter. Good. Then, let's turn the world upside down. The appearance of this demonic beast was just as well. It blocked the entrance of the passageway, cutting off the path of retreat. Now, the only way to resolve this problem was to kill their way to the Royal Sea Mountain or wait for Zhang Tao to enter. There was no other way. Since the catacombs' martial artists could not cut off their escape route, then let this beast do it. Qin Yaozu laughed out loud. Today, I will kill until I'm crazy. I want to reach the peak. As soon as these words came out, everyone raised their eyebrows. The Tao of slaughter. Only by carving out a bloody path can one reach the Tao of heaven. Qin Yaozu laughed again. Compared with before, he was like a different person. Beside him, Qin Seven's face was flushed. He was excited, and could not help but be ecstatic. Second Grandmaster, Little Seven will fight with you until the last moment. Qin Seven was overjoyed. Second Grandmaster would not talk nonsense. If he said so, then there was hope. Everyone thought that Second Grandmaster had no hope of reaching the Tao of Heaven, but they were wrong. Second Grandmaster could do it, Fang Ping, and the others also looked surprised and pleasantly surprised. Really? Then in this battle, even if there was no demonic beast or Magic City's counterattack, they would still fight to the last moment. Qin Yaozu actually wanted to use this opportunity to carve out a Tao of Heaven. This completely subverted everyone's imagination. Wu Chuan and Wu Quishan were extremely surprised, but very quickly they were filled with fighting spirit. Then they would fight until they reached the Tao of Heaven. The Tao of neo-martial arts era was created by killing. They all broke through in battle, except for Old Zhang. But even Old Zhang only broke through in a deep sleep after the battle because he was too tired after the battle. Martial arts were originally about sublimation in battle. Fang Ping did not care about anything else. He shouted, "While they haven't arrived, let's kill our way over." 11 reinforcements. No, 10. That might be the senior who guards Mount Imperial Sea. 3 of them escaped. Even if they join forces, there will only be 13 of them. Even if the 2 big demon Forbidden Lands attack, there will only be 23 of them. Kill a Tao of Heaven. It's worth it. Everyone looked at each other and laughed heartily. Fight. Let's go. 11 of them soared into the sky and headed straight north. Initially, they only wanted to kill the Magic City catacombs people, but now they would fight. Let's see if the reinforcements came faster or if they killed faster. They would not retreat from this battle. /4_M. Chapter 8:24. Fang Ping and the others flew north. At the same time, north, near Monster Cypress City, the expressions of the 10 divine generals turned cold, dead. The 10 of them were initially fast, but now they slowed down. All dead. No, there were still a few left. But the auras of the 18 rank, 9 powerhouses disappeared one by one. In the blink of an eye, the battle stopped. In front of them, 11 streaks of vitality energy pierced through heaven and earth, heading straight for them. Until now, these people had only flown 1,500 li. They were still 500 li away from Hope City. If they had not entered earlier, they might still be lingering around Imperial Sea Mountain. However, at this moment, the reinforcements from the various major forces were hesitant to move forward. The revived martial artist was too strong. Lord Green Wolf King asked US to gather the demons from the 2 Forbidden Lands. Everyone, the revived martial artist is strong. We can't face him head-on, or we'll be defeated one by one. A golden-armored god, general at the front of the crowd, said with a frown. Soon, the god general under King Feng said in a low voice, "Then let's gather the demons and wait for Lord True King to send reinforcements. Everyone, it's not a good time to fight." As soon as he finished, the female god general under Z, Luo King, said coldly, "Although they're strong, they're invincible in the divine land. We'll destroy them sooner or later. The most important thing now is not to gather the demons, but to kill one person to boost morale. The first battle is not good, and everyone is panicking. We might not be able to defeat them. Only by killing the revived martial artist can we strengthen our will." As soon as she said that, everyone knew what she meant. There were human martial artists less than 100 li in front. The powerhouse under King Feng pondered for a moment, then said quickly, "Then kill him." Coincidentally, the demons from both places are about to meet up ahead. Let them intercept him and use him as a sacrifice. 100 li in front, Old Man Zheng was still flying in the air. In the east, 4 of the 5 demon kings of 100 Beasts Forest were less than 50 li away from the other party. In the west, there seemed to be more than 5 demon kings. The few of them were further away, so they could not feel it too clearly, but roughly, there were probably 7 or 8 demon kings. This made them suspicious. How could there be so many god generals in the 10,000 ants desert? However, those in the 10,000 ant desert were not fast. They were still 200 to 300 li away from Old Man Zheng. It would be difficult to kill them. Only the 100 Beasts Forest had a chance of stopping them before Fang Ping, and the others arrived. Fang Ping and the others were about 400 li away from Old Man Zheng. They should not be as fast as them. Gopher, Monster Rat City Lord, and Monster Sunflower City Lord seemed to be rushing over here. These pieces of trash were defeated in such a short time. Trash from the outer realms are really useless. The divine general under King Feng cursed and quickly said, "Let them intercept the other party as well. We can't return empty-handed after entering the outer region. If there are other people coming to help us, wouldn't we become a laughing stock?" Dozens of god generals had come to help, but in the end, they had to hole up and wait for reinforcements. Wasn't it embarrassing? Now, the only way to wash away the humiliation was to kill the guardian of the passageway. At the very least, before the reinforcements arrived, these people would have some achievements. They wouldn't have to hole up and wait for reinforcements without even meeting them. Then do it. Everyone was talking, but they did not use telepathy. Their telepathy could only reach a few hundred li away. At this moment, a burly man under Green Wolf King said loudly, "Sir, we want to kill the guardian of the passageway. Sir, please send an order to the city lords from the outer realms and the demons from the Forbidden Land to intercept and guard the passageway." As soon as he said that, a sonorous voice came a moment later. 7 Southern Territory god generals, intercept and guard the passageway of the land of rebirth. Kill. As soon as the voice was heard, 4 demon kings from the 100 Beasts Forest turned around and rushed toward the front of Old Man Zheng. The Gopher and Monster Rat City Lord who had just fled increased their speed and began to intercept Old Man Zheng in front. At this moment, the old man was surrounded by enemies from all directions. To the east was the 100 Beasts Forest. To the west was the 10,000 Ants Desert. In front of him were the 3 rank 9s who were fleeing, and behind him were the 10 god generals who were rushing over. As for Fang Ping and the others, even if they rushed over, it would be too late. It would not take long for more than 10 rank 9s to kill him, about 400 li away from Fang Ping, in the sky above a city that used to be behind Sky Gate City. At this moment, there were no rank 9s in the city. In the city, 2 rank 8 powerhouses were extremely vigilant. A few rank 7 martial artists also accompanied them, guarding strictly. They did not go out of the city, watching the King Realm powerhouses in the sky leave. Old Man Zheng suddenly stopped. At this moment, he also heard Green Wolf King's telepathy. Not only him, but the powerhouses below, those at Mentality, Vitality, Unity, and above, all heard it. Surround and kill this person. Old Man Zheng looked around. He could already feel the pressure coming from all directions. For a moment, the old man felt helpless. Initially, he wanted to rush over to help Fang Ping and the others, who knew that Fang Ping and the others were much stronger than expected. When he rushed here, he could already feel the catacombs' powerhouses' auras dissipating and the powerhouses falling. He could also feel the 11 vitality pillars of Fang Ping and the others that pierced through heaven and earth. 11 people were not dead. Humans won big. However, he, the messenger, could not send the message at this moment, nor could he help them. Instead, he became the target of the catacombs' encirclement. Patriarch Jiang asked me to block the 100 Beasts forest. This time, I don't have to block the door. The old man smiled, talking to himself. There was no need to block them. The demons would come on their own. Forget it. Survival in the face of death. Let's fight. There's still good wine waiting for me in Hope City. The old man said with a smile again. Previously, Fang Ping had said that when he returned, they would drink in Hope City. I've been here for 60 years. I've watched countless human heroes die in foreign lands. I've never killed a single person from the catacombs. Today, it's time to start a massacre. The old man's expression froze instantly. He guarded the passageway. People came and went in the restricted area and outland. Insults were nothing to him. However, he watched helplessly as these people entered the outland to kill martial artists. Due to the restrictions of the rules, they did not dare to take the initiative to kill anyone and bring disaster to humanity. In the past, there was a human powerhouse who, in his old age, rushed to the catacombs, fighting to the death, all the way from Hope City. He even saw a rank 9 powerhouse heavily injured and on the verge of death, killing his way to Mount Royal Sea. Seeing him here, he could not believe it and asked why he did not dare to fight. Before Zhang Tao and Li Zhen achieved the pinnacle, martial artists of the neo-martial era did not even know that there were still people in Mount Royal Sea. That day, he watched helplessly as the rank 9 in his old age fought with the rank 9 from the city who came after him. In the end, he was outnumbered and died in front of Mount Royal Sea. In this life, the proudest thing I've ever been to Mount Royal Sea was. The thing I regret the most is also going to Mount Royal Sea. Such a thought emerged in the old man's mind. In the next moment, the old man released his aura abruptly. At this moment, a large number of people in the city below died. When the battle started, the rank 9 powerhouse affected others. No one could be blamed for this. It was not a deliberate massacre. Perhaps he had the intention, but it was also forced by the situation. The old man's aura shook the sky. Below, the 2 rank 8 powerhouses were furious. A golden body powerhouse said furiously, "How dare you? You still dare to show off when you're at death's door." The old man's eyes were ferocious. He glanced at the 2 rank 9 auras in front of him, less than 100 li away. In the east, the 4 demon kings were less than 30 li away from him. At this moment, the only way was to escape to the west. However, there seemed to be a large number of demon king auras there. Even the peerless ones were rank 9, and that was even more. A long time ago, Fang Ping felt that after rank 8, it was a new beginning. The truth was indeed so. When a rank 8 golden body was honed to the extreme, it was truly somewhat beyond the scope of martial arts. At this moment, as a martial artist who had walked a certain distance on Origin Path, wielding a rank 9 divine weapon, the old man's combat strength was not weaker than the Chun family's Chun 7. Qin 7 detonated his divine weapon and killed a rank 9 monster in one move. Although the old man did not detonate his divine weapon, his opponent was not a rank 9 powerhouse either. A saber slashed through the air. A rank 7 martial artist was almost defenseless. In the blink of an eye, the old man's saber cut off his head. For a rank 7 martial artist, the head was a fatal weakness. "You're not worthy to kill me." The old man laughed harshly. Before the few big demon kings arrived, he wanted to kill all these high-ranked martial artists. Rumble! A great battle broke out in the blink of an eye. Energy and vitality rampaged in the air. The city was in chaos, and many residents died. Poof! The old man slashed again and again. Every slash produced the sound of an energy explosion. The self-created origin, unique technique, unleashed its power to the fullest. Bang! The sound of an explosion rang out. Another rank, 7, had fallen. In the east, the 4 demon kings were getting closer and closer. 20 li! Ah! A shrill scream was heard. A rank 7 was killed in an instant. 15 li! The old man killed another rank 7. 10 li! As the number of people decreased, they could not hold on anymore. More and more people were killed. The remaining rank 7 were killed in the blink of an eye. Only the rank 8 powerhouse escaped, his face full of fear. This person was much stronger than their city lord. Even if he was up against the city lord, with so many people joining forces, the city lord might not be able to take them down. However, this person, in the blink of an eye, killed all the chieftains. 5 li, 3 li, the 4 big demon kings could almost see clearly in the void, for giant monsters soared in the air, roaring incessantly. Kill! The old man's eyes were bloodshot. Before the monsters arrived, he would kill the 2 rank 9 martial artists, and then the rank 9 demon kings. One was one. Among the 4 big demon kings, only one was an origin Dao. Maybe if he risked his life, he could kill 1 or 2. If it was not for the rank 9 martial artists in front and behind arriving, even if the 4 big demon kings joined forces, they might not be able to stop him. The old man was fighting in the direction of Devil City. Fang Ping and the others also felt the outbreak of a great battle and heard the Green Wolf King's voice transmission. Despicable! Fang Ping scolded angrily, then said loudly, "Seniors, let's go first. Minister Wang, come back later." He had rank 9 divine combat boots. His speed was extremely fast. Chun Yaozu's origin, Dao Dragon, could travel 2 li in a step. Although it consumed a lot of energy, its speed was faster. If they rushed over, they might be able to stop the strong enemy. Wang Qinghai and Tian Mu felt helpless again. Non-origin Dao. Not only did they not have combat strength enhancement, but they also lacked some special techniques. For example, when Chun Yaozu's dragon appeared, its speed could break the limit of space. Chun Yaozu did not know that this was the use of the origin space. His origin Dao dragon was actually the manifestation of his origin space. From one end to the other, it was actually covered by his own Dao. For example, if Zhang Tao was willing to rush like this, he could travel more than 20 li in the blink of an eye. A distance of 1,000 li was also a matter of an instant. Some people were fast, not only because their combat strength was stronger and their outburst was stronger, but also because of their understanding of the use of origin Dao. As soon as Fang Ping's voice fell, Chen Yaozu nodded and said quickly, "Then let's go first. Everyone just follow me." He knew the passageway guardian. He was not young anymore. Both of them used to live in Polaris City. Now that the other party came to help them but was intercepted halfway, he also wanted to help the other party. Fang Ping did not say anything more. He glanced at the 10,000 ants desert in the west. There seemed to be some problems there. What was Jiao doing? However, the demons in the 10,000 Ants desert seemed to be together with Jiao. Hopefully, Jiao would not betray them now. The situation ahead was urgent. Fang Ping did not have time to think too much. He, Chen Yaozu, and the others sped up and rushed forward. Halfway, Fang Ping shouted, "Senior Warlord, tell Senior Zheng not to fight. Fight and retreat. Wait for us to arrive." He did not want more people to die. At least they did not want to die meaninglessly. Today, he only wanted to see a big victory, not bloodshed. He still had many tricks up his sleeve, including Zhang Tao's split body. The current catacombs rank 9 was not invincible. Don't worry. As expected, Warlord had been paying attention. However, very soon, Warlord shattered the mentality of the Green Wolf King around him and said quickly, "Save little Zhang and leave as soon as possible. It's very troublesome. Bamboo King has gone to various territories. He has already joined forces with the other kings and transported more than 60 rank 9. The ultimate battle. I'm afraid it's going to happen soon. If you retreat, these true kings will definitely enter the territory to stop you. If you don't retreat, it'll be a fatal threat." Magic City Catacombs has gathered hundreds of rank 9s today. Bamboo King and the others are still transporting rank 9s. I'm afraid they're preparing to finish it all in one go. They will definitely kill you. More than 60 rank 9s. Including those who were killed and those who were still alive, there were indeed hundreds of rank 9 powerhouses gathered in the 7 southern territories. This was also all the rank 9 powerhouses that could be gathered in the surrounding areas. There were more and more people. However, at this moment, these people had not entered the territory yet. They were waiting for Bamboo King to transport the last batch of people to enter the territory and join the battle together. Fang Ping's expression darkened slightly. Very quickly, he humphed, "Then kill them all." His mouth was clamoring, but in his heart, Fang Ping thought to himself, after killing this group of people, if Chen Yaozu really achieved the pinnacle, then I'll retreat. If not, then I'll wait and see. More than 60 was indeed a lot. They could not possibly be a match for so many rank 9s. However, old Zhang had not entered the territory yet. This meant that the situation had not reached that point yet. Fang Ping said no more and flew far away quickly. At the same time, on the ground, actually, Zhang Tao also heard Warlord's voice transmission. More than 60 rank 9s. Including the more than 20 inside, there are more than 80 rank 9s. They're definitely going to kill Fang Ping. And the others. Zhang Tao also had a slight headache. In total, the catacombs had invested more than 100 rank 9 powerhouses this time. If there were too many casualties, a pinnacle battle would definitely break out. Although this was what he wanted to see, there might be many true kings gathered now. After thinking for a while, Zhang Tao quickly picked up the phone, dialed a number, and said quickly, "Senjiang Weiyu, Kong Lingyuan, Li Daong, Wang Yu, Li Xinmin, Jiang Yuanhua, Beigong Yen, Ma Tianfu, Xie Yifan, Zhong Qinghuan, 10 people to Magic City immediately." Minister. The person on the other end of the phone was stunned. Top 10 powerhouses. On the rank 9 ranking list, the top 5 were all pinnacles. After the top 5, everyone except Zhao Xingwu was here. Now, after the pinnacles, the ranking list was Zhang Weiyu, Wu Chuan, Chen Yaozu, Kong Lingyuan, Zhao Xingwu, Wang Yu, Li Daong, Li Xinmin, Wu Quishan could actually replace Zhao Xingwu, who was currently ranked 10th. In other words, Sino Nation was going to fight a nation-toppling battle in Magic City. Originally, Zhang Weiyu and the others were guarding the Xishan catacombs. Kong Lingyuan was still in Chengzhou. Beigong Yen was in the Forbidden Catacombs. Minister, you mustn't. If they leave, what about the other catacombs? The martial artists on the other side were anxious. In this way, the Magic City catacombs had gathered the most elite rank 9 in Sino Nation. If something happened, Sino Nation's 24 caves might not be able to hold on anymore. Betting on the nation's fate, if we win this battle, we'll have it easy, killing hundreds of rank 9s. How many rank 9s are there in the catacombs to kill? They also know that our people are improving quickly, so they wholeheartedly want to kill these martial artists who have the potential to reach the top. In this way, these people can't even enter the catacombs, so how can they advance? Do you really think you can advance by staying on the ground and cultivating in seclusion? Zhang Tao said coldly. If they really want to start a war now, then let's fight. If he didn't, he wouldn't fight to the death. Since Fang Ping and the others had already pushed the situation to this point, then they should just go with the flow. Coincidentally, I can also force some people to show themselves. Did he really think that he wouldn't have to do anything by hiding in the dog hole? What a joke. If we really lose this time, we'll defend the Magic City catacombs and evacuate with our people. Although our lives will be a little bitter, we won't be completely wiped out. I want to see if those fellows hiding in the shadows will come out. Wait for an opportunity. I'll create an opportunity for them. LV Zhen, Lu Polu, and the others didn't really understand, but Zhang Tao didn't say anything else and quickly made a few more calls. Prepare for a full evacuation. If they really did evacuate, countless people would be abandoned. However, Zhang Tao was betting that such a thing would not happen now. Would the 5 Holy Lands just sit back and watch? Would the bounded boundaries just sit back and watch? If the Devil Emperor and the others from 1,000 years ago were really all dead, would they just sit back and watch? Who knew where they were hiding, holding back? If that was the case, then they could not blame him for messing up this big game of chess, making these fellows 1,000 years of planning all go to waste. Kid, I'll play a big game with you this time. Zhang Tao muttered in his heart. The situation was changing. Then he had to change too. It just so happened that here in the Magic City catacombs, the bounded boundaries still had 2 paragons. If a war really broke out in the 7 southern regions, could these 2 paragons really not care? If they did not care or ask, it was more or less the same for them to be the first to be killed. Don't force me. If you force me, I'll personally lead people to attack the bounded boundaries. Just wait and see. Zhang Tao swore in his heart. In this day and age, if he didn't show some ruthlessness, others would think that he was easy to bully. Whether the paragons of Polaris had selfish motives or not, at least they had fought in Mount Royal Sea for hundreds of years. Zhang Tao admired and acknowledged them. However, the bounded boundaries and the Devil Emperor and the others were all hiding like turtles. He had long been sick of it. They were fighting with their lives on the front lines, not to protect this group of people. Come on, let's make the situation a little more chaotic. The 2 kings of the king battlefield. I wonder if they're interested in joining in. After a while, they appeared outside the Magic City passageway in the blink of an eye. Li Daong and the others were stunned. 1,000 miles in the blink of an eye. What was this? What did the minister just do? Zhang Tao ignored them and did not speak. He continued to wait for a while. In the blink of an eye, in less than 3 minutes, Zhang Tao punched out. The void shattered, and a huge black crack appeared in front of them. The originally pitch-black crack suddenly filled the black space with a bright path. Everyone was dazzled. In the blink of an eye, a person appeared in the passageway. Zhang Weiyu. Zhang Weiyu stepped out of the passageway and looked around. When he looked at Zhang Tao again, he was also full of admiration. The minister's strength had reached an unparalleled level, shattering space, building a passageway, directly leading them here. 1,000 miles away, in the blink of an eye, such a person, even in the ancient times, would be an immortal jumping out of the 3 realms and 5 elements. Zhang Weiyu did not say anything. In the periphery, tens of thousands of martial artists were all stunned. They could not see anything. The only thing they saw was a large number of rank 9 martial artists suddenly appearing in front of them. What ability was this? Teleportation? At this moment, Zhang Tao punched again, opening up another passageway. In the blink of an eye, many rank 9 martial artists from Star Town rushed over. 1,000 miles! In an instant. If Nan Mao saw this scene, he might not be able to say that modern humans did not know how to use the origin space and fight. It was not that they did not know how to, but they were unwilling to. Martial arts should be about close combat, slashing the flesh and destroying the spirit, leaving no room for the opponent to resurrect. This was the neo-martial era martial artists. The powerhouses in Star Town looked solemn at this moment. They looked at Zhang Tao with shock. In this world, perhaps only the subduing heavenly king could compare to such a person. In the neo-martial era, in less than 100 years, how could such a powerhouse appear? Among the 13 progenitors in Star Town, apart from the subduing heavenly king, no one was a match for this person. He was terrifyingly powerful. Earth space was not as stable as the catacombs, but Zhang Tao could break the void with a punch, penetrate 1,000 miles passageway, and guide the powerhouses. It was too shocking. Zhang Tao did not want to say more. He said quickly, "Zhang Weiyu, don't enter first. Zhong Qinghuan, all of you enter the Magic City catacombs, quickly. Show your aura, erupt to the extreme, and attract the attention of Imperial Sea Mountain's true king. Those with divine weapons will appear. Remember, this time, you must be ostentatious. Don't keep a low profile. Hurry up and meet up with Fang Ping and the others. Tell Fang Ping and the others that this battle has Sino Nation's full support. This is a battle that will bring down a nation. Other than 23 caves, where one person will stay behind, all the rank 9s will rush to Magic City. This time, kill to your heart's content. Tell him that the more rank 9s he attracts, the better. Let him be arrogant and provoke the true king. If you're so capable, let the 2 catacombs royal courts and 720 royal city rank 9s rush here." As soon as Zhang Tao said this, everyone was dumbfounded. Sky Plant and Destiny, the 2 royal courts, had 720 royal city. Each city had at least 1 rank, 9. The outer domain was not counted. The Imperial City was not counted. Just this alone, there were more than 700 rank 9s. This was not a battle that would bring down a nation. This was a decisive battle. It came too suddenly. Don't worry. Usually when we split up, if we want to attack, we can only kill 30 to 50 people at most. After that, we have to be careful of the catacombs' true king's revenge. But today, if these true kings have the guts, gather all the rank 9s here. Let's see if I, Zhang Tao, dare to kill until rivers of blood flow. Zhang Tao's expression was cold. Not just rank 9s, including the true kings. Killing one was one. After killing all the rank 9s, human powerhouses could be led by rank 9s scattering and escaping to the catacombs. From then on, the restricted area would no longer be a forbidden area for humans. Even true king powerhouses could not cover a boundary of 6 billion square kilometers. Sino Nation's 50 rank 9s would each lead a team and infiltrate the catacombs. From then on, it would be a chaotic era. Break the chessboard. Who's afraid of who? These true kings gathered so many rank 9 powerhouses here this time. They might not dare to believe that he would attack at this time. Cat, Zhang Tao smiled in his heart. The Forbidden Sea's seawater suddenly disappeared. A boundary territory's apex appeared and was besieged. Would Gong Juanzi appear? Would people from other boundary territories appear? Of course. He hoped it would not come to that. Whether Cat could escape this crisis or not depended on how the situation developed. Go in, Zhang Tao bellowed. Li Daong and the rest did not wait any longer, stepping into the passageway one after another. Zhang Weiyu's emotions surged. It was time for him to attack. Ever since Nan Yunyue became an apex, he could no longer enter the catacombs. This time, there would be a big battle in Shijiang's catacombs. He was prepared. He did not expect Shijiang's reinforcements to be taken away by the true kings, all brought to Magic City's catacombs. I'm not a coward who's afraid of death. Zhang Weiyu cursed in his heart, although Fang Ping and the rest did not say anything last time. Their gazes made him feel uncomfortable. It was not that he was afraid to fight. Since the emergence of the neo-martial arts era, when he learned how to speak, he had been in contact with martial arts. Since he was 18 years old, he fought in the catacombs. He had been thinking about this wine, but in the end, he did not get to drink it. Kill. The old man did not show what he was thinking. In the next moment, the old man exploded. The long saber shattered the void and slashed at the king crocodile's tail. Rumble! The divine saber cut through the metal-like tail, and a loud metallic sound was heard. The king crocodile let out a sad cry. A huge saber mark appeared on its tail, and golden blood dripped down. When it hit the ground rumbled. At the same time, the giant eagle flapped its wings and clawed at the old man's back. The old man hurriedly dodged, but the Lion King opened its mouth and bit down on the old man's right arm, which was holding the divine weapon. The old man's eyes flashed. You're asking for it. He had thought that it would be best to kill the king crocodile before he died. However, the Lion King was asking for it. The old man did not dodge, allowing the Lion King to bite his right arm. Crack! The sharp teeth pierced through his right arm, biting it to death. Flesh and blood became a mess, and golden blood spurted out. The old man sneered, and his face turned pale. Rumble! A loud noise was heard. The man and the monster flew backward at the same time. The old man's right arm was gone, along with a rank 9 Chongdao. The moment the Lion King bit him, the old man self-destructed his divine weapon. The divine weapon exploded in the Lion King's mouth. Idiot! A beast will always be a beast. The old man flew backward. His legs swept across the air, and one kick caused the king crocodile to explode the void. The old man took a few steps back. Then, without hesitation, he rushed toward the Lion King, whose head had been blown into pieces. This guy had been seriously injured by him. At this moment, he had the highest chance of killing it. Right at this moment, an extremely sharp eagle cry that resounded through the clouds resounded. Behind the old man, the giant eagle screeched and flew over in the blink of an eye. It flapped its wings toward the old man, and as its wings swept across the void, a small crack appeared in the space. Creating a crack in the catacombs was a sign of an explosive force of more than 150 calories. This giant eagle had terrifying strength. It was not a weakling among the path of origin. However, the old man's eyes flashed. He kicked out, and the bottom of his foot collided with the sharp wings. Crack! The wings were like a divine weapon, cutting the golden bones on the bottom of the old man's foot. The old man used the force to fly into the air, and his speed increased by 30%. His uninjured left arm clenched into a fist. He did not use the imperishable substance to heal his injuries, but turned it into a destructive attack. The giant golden fist also blasted a crack in the space. At lightning speed, it blasted toward the still-dazed Lion King. This lion was affected by the power of the divine weapon's self-destruction. Until now, his head had not fully recovered, and he was still in a daze. The old man did not care about the divine weapon, the damage to his mentality, and the recovery of his injuries. At this moment, the only thought in his mind was to kill a rank 9 monster even if he had to die, and severely injure the other 3 monsters to reduce the pressure on Fong Ping and the rest. Rumble! A punch blasted toward the Lion King. At this moment, the 4th monster, a giant snake monster, shot a mouthful of light golden pus at the old man's back. In the blink of an eye, the old man's golden body began to corrode. Humph! The old man let out a muffled groan. He felt that his internal organs were burning, and so was his mentality. However, he endured the pain, completely ignoring the injury on his back. Once again, he unleashed an infinite destructive force, and the power of his giant fist increased by 30%. Rumble! Although the Lion King hurriedly dodged this punch in the face of danger, he still could not avoid the reckless old man. His head that had not recovered just now was blasted by this punch, and it exploded immediately. Roar! A painful cry was heard. The Lion King's head exploded directly, and a transparent brain core appeared. In the face of danger, the Lion King still protected his brain core, preventing it from being smashed. However, at this moment, cracks appeared on the brain core. The Lion King let out a mournful cry. The other party almost blew up his brain core with one punch. Although he was still alive, his injuries were extremely serious, and he might not be able to fight anymore. At this moment, the old man's injuries were extremely serious in a short period of time. His imperishable substance was limited, and naturally, he could not use it to heal his injuries. At this moment, Warlord's voice rang out, and he could not help but curse. What's the use of killing a rank 9? He'll delay. Don't die in vain. They're just a few beasts. When Fong Ping and the others arrive, they'll all die. Kill him quickly. At the same time, the Green Wolf King's voice rang out. 2 powerful mentalities collided in the void. The Green Wolf King let out a muffled groan and roared, "Warlord, do you want to fight?" "So what if I do?" "Rumble!" In the void, the 2 mentalities collided continuously, but neither could participate in the battle. The true king's attitude on the other side was becoming more and more unyielding. Warlord knew that as the true kings arrived one after another, the Green Wolf King and the others' attitudes were also becoming more unyielding. This battle was about to escalate. Hurry up. I'm late once, but I won't be late a second time. While they were fighting, Fong Ping and the others broke through the void at high speed. At this moment, Fong Ping had completely surpassed the speed of sound. There were no more sonic booms. A dazzling light erupted from his golden body. His speed increased, and the burden on his body increased. At this moment, Fong Ping's speed was more than 500 meters per second. His speed was as high as 3,600 kilometers per hour. But it was still too slow. He was close to 400 li away from the old man. It would take at least 6 to 7 minutes. But could the old man last that long? However, he was about to catch up with Monster Sunflower City's Lord. This fellow was the last to run, so his speed was not that fast. At this moment, Fong Ping and the others were about to catch up. As for the Gophers and Monster Rat City's Lord, they had left a step earlier and were still very far away. However, Fong Ping could not care less about Monster Sunflower City's Lord. At this moment, Fong Ping was a little angry. He was still too slow. Even if he ignored the burden on his body and used the imperishable substance to heal his injuries, it was still not fast enough. Although Chen Yaozu used the origin path to hurry, his speed was also fast, but the origin path consumed a lot. Although he was slightly faster than Fong Ping, in order to maintain his combat strength, Chen Yaozu could not rush forward recklessly. Fong Ping needed 6 to 7 minutes. If he wanted to maintain his combat strength, he needed at least about 5 minutes. However, when powerhouses fought, the outcome was usually decided in 2 to 3 minutes. Ahead, about 200 Li Fangping had already sensed some weak vitality force aura. It was very weak. The old man guarding the passageway was probably heavily injured by someone. He was still rushing in that direction. Behind him, waves of vitality force erupted. Someone was coming from the passageway. Fangping had only rushed for 200 li, but Li Daong and the rest, who were thousands of li away, had already entered the catacombs. This was the advantage of having a powerful paragon. The speed of transporting reinforcements could not be any faster. In 3 to 4 minutes, not only did they give the order, they even transported people from thousands of li away to Magic City's catacombs. When a paragon gave his all and decided to do something, the efficiency was also terrifying. Behind him, waves of aura soared into the sky. At this moment, in Magic City's catacombs, warlords suddenly laughed heartily, threatening loudly, Sino Nation powerhouses have arrived. If you don't escape now, you will die for sure. 100 Beasts Forest, you dare to surround and kill my human powerhouses. This battle will not end until one of us is dead. Retreat quickly, or else Sino Nation will fight you. At this moment, Warlord could only intimidate the other party. It would be best if he could scare the other party away. Even if he could not, he had to make them feel pressured and afraid. Zheng Tao, you've got guts to hold back a few monsters. Don't worry, if you die, 100 Beasts Forest will be buried with you. Warlord, Sino Nation wants to start a decisive battle? What a joke. Hundreds of rank 9s came to your catacombs. Do you really think we humans can be bullied? Green Wolf King, if the Paragon doesn't want to fight or fight, it's up to you. If the Paragon doesn't want to fight, then let the Paragon fight. If the Paragon wants to fight, I will accompany you to the end. The void was silent. There was no sound at this moment. Green Wolf King had not made up his mind. He had to at least wait for the other true kings to arrive. If the Paragon did not want to fight, then he would continue to send rank 9s to fight. Fangping did not know if Warlord's intimidation would work, but the Paragon's verbal threats might have some effect. At least Fangping could feel that the aura eruption in front of him seemed to have weakened. At this moment, Fangping was only about 100 li away from there. His golden body was about to burst into flames. Just as Fangping arrived, the city lord of Monster Sunflower City suddenly turned and ran toward the 10,000 ants desert in the west. He was about to be overtaken by Fangping. Chun Yaozu was even running neck and neck with him. The city lord of Monster Sunflower City was terrified. How would he dare to go there and meet up with those people? Only the west was safe now. Anyway, the Gophers and the city lord of Monster Rat City had already arrived. The 10 god generals were about to arrive too. 16 rank 9s besieging, and killing a rank 9 was extremely easy. As for Chun Yaozu and Fangping, these two were the fastest. Even if they arrived, they might be besieged and killed. There were not many humans in the first place. If they split up and rushed here, the city lord of Monster Sunflower City thought that these people were all crazy. However, he did not dare to stay here. Wu Quishan and Wu Chuan were also less than 20 li behind Fangping. Their speed was also extremely fast. 90 li, 80 li, 1 li per second. Fangping could almost see the situation in the distance. At this moment, he shouted loudly, "Senior, hold on for another minute. You haven't drunk my wine. This time, Sino Nation will win for sure. A great victory with no casualties. If you die, 60 years of defense will become a joke. Zheng Tao, fight this way." We haven't seen each other for many years. Old brothers, what are you waiting for? Chen Yaozu also shouted loudly. The monsters that were besieging the old man in the 100-beast forest had also increased their speed at this moment. They seemed a little anxious. The resurrected martial artist came so fast. The old man did not reply. He did not have the strength to reply anymore. At this moment, he was like a candle in the wind. His golden body was broken. He was relying on his last breath to hold on. Both his arms were broken, but a pair of broken legs were still kicking in the void, kicking a monster's golden body until it exploded. Blood splattered everywhere. Human martial artists were invincible among their ranks. It all depended on this breath, this willpower. The catacombs' powerhouses can die, but we can't. If we die, who will protect the billions of compatriots behind us? We can die in battle, but we can't die without military merits. In the past, a powerhouse said, humans can die, but we can't die in bed. We can't die of old age on Earth. We can't die without military merits. The person who said this was none other than the previous military department minister, the one before Li Xin died in battle in the catacombs. He crossed the catacombs alone and killed all the way to Mount Imperial Sea. When he was dying, he killed 3 rank 9s. Sino Nation's military department officially came to the forefront and became the head of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures. At that time, Zhang Tao, Li Shun, and the others had not yet taken the position. It was this person who established the position of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures. Zhang Tao knew that person and heard these words. At this moment, he had not killed King Liu yet. King Liu was heavily injured. He escaped to the side and no longer participated in the battle. He could not die now. He could not die without military merits. /4_M. Chapter 8:26. Zhang Tao, hold on. At this moment, Chen Yaozu was almost there. He was faster than Fang Ping. Chen Yaozu's face was pale, but he was seething with anger. There were fewer and fewer old people. How many familiar faces were there now? Even in desperation realms, who claimed to have unlimited lifespans, acquaintances had fallen today. Zhang Tao guarded Imperial Sea Mountain for 60 years. Although he did not kill the enemy, his contributions were indispensable. With him here for 60 years, as long as he was alive, it meant that Imperial Sea Mountain would not be invaded by true kings. When he died, he also had a way to inform the Apex that true kings were attacking, and that the Apex was coming quickly. This was his role. It sounded ridiculous, but it was not. The dozen people who were not Apex at Imperial Sea Mountain were all like this. They were all prepared to die. A true king entered the realm and used their blood as a messenger. That was why the powerhouses here were almost all Origin Dao. Only Origin Dao could seize a chance in the hands of a true king and use some means to inform the Apex that a true king had entered the realm. Zhang Tao waited for 60 years. Chen Yaozu did not want him to lose his life at the last moment of victory. Today, the only powerhouse who returned from Imperial Sea Mountain was Ma Tianfu, the Purple Catacombs passageway guardian. Such a person should not die before dawn. Chen Yaozu was about to arrive, but the 10 god generals who came to help had arrived a step earlier. At this moment, Zhang Tao was no longer human, but he was holding his breath, fighting like a machine, killing until he went crazy. He could not die until he killed a rank 9. A tough guy. The god general under Green Wolf King praised, not denying Zhang Tao's toughness. He did not make a move. The other party glanced at Chen Yaozu, who was close to 30 li away, then looked at Zhang Tao, who was about to be killed. At this moment, the 10 of them had arrived. Killing Zhang Tao was extremely easy. However, after a glance, the strong man said quickly, Kill him, the other party won't come. If not, the other party will come. What should we choose? Chen Yaozu arrived alone. Fang Ping was behind. They had not recognized him yet, but they knew that the rank 8 martial artist was Fang Ping. The two of them were dozens of li ahead of the others. Should they wait for the two of them to arrive and kill them together, or kill Zheng Tao now that Zheng Tao was dead, and Chen Yaozu and the others had not really gone crazy? They would probably join forces with the others and attack together. At that time, it would be too difficult to have such an opportunity again. The female divine general under Z, Luo King's command, hesitated for a moment before quickly saying, "Kill him. As for the others, we'll kill them when we have the chance." "We can't. Fang Ping is behind us. Fang Ping is full of tricks. This time, he came alone. This is a rare opportunity." The divine generals under King Feng and King Huai spoke at the same time. Both of them did not care about Zheng Tao's life or death, but Fang Ping actually rushed here alone. Although there was still Chen Yaozu ahead, there were only two of them. The others were dozens of li away from them, so it would take them at least a minute or two to get there. Here, 16 rank 9s were gathered. Even if the Liu King was severely injured, 15 of them against 2, Zheng Tao would be more or less crippled, 8 against 1. Among them, there were 6 origins. How could they not be able to kill them? Then let's wait for them to arrive. The burly man under the Green Wolf King was also the leader of this operation. After all, this was the 7 southern regions, the Green Wolf King's territory. Having said that, the brawny man said quickly, "For Demon Kings, please wait for a moment. Wait for Fang Ping to arrive before you kill this person." Screech. An eagle's cry was heard. The giant eagle demon king's voice was angry and somewhat dissatisfied. At this moment, its eagle claws were already grabbing Zheng Tao's skull. Before the claws arrived, Zheng Tao's skull had already cracked, and the dull golden bones were protruding. If this claw landed, Zheng Tao might not survive. The brawny man said hurriedly, "This is a rare opportunity. Just wait for a moment." The giant eagle screeched again. Suddenly, it flapped its wings and sliced Zheng Tao in half. Zheng Tao's upper and lower body were separated, but he struggled and refused to die. He leaped up and headbutted the giant eagle. The giant eagle was even more furious. It flapped its wings again and sent Zheng Tao flying with a bang. Large amounts of golden blood gushed out and turned into red blood. When the imperishable substance was used up, the golden body would shatter, and the golden body powerhouse's blood would no longer be golden. This also meant that the golden body powerhouse had reached the point where he was on the verge of death. The golden body had been destroyed. The giant eagle sent Zheng Tao flying and did not care about him anymore. Its mentality fluctuated and said, "The person in front, all of you kill. The person behind, 100 Beasts Forest, kill." It was not stupid. The powerhouse in front was obviously a top-notch powerhouse. The aura on his body was frightening. The person behind, on the other hand, was much weaker. The brawny man was stunned for a moment. Then he said quickly, "Okay, the 12 of us will work together to kill King Gu's descendant. For Demon Kings, Gopher, come with us." The giant eagle was not careless either. Gopher was an Origin Dao powerhouse. King Leo was seriously injured. Although the person behind did not look strong, he was extremely fast. Obviously, he would not be easy to kill. They had to pull this rat to their side. 2 Origin Dao and 2 weak rank 9s. This was more like it. As for the remaining 11 people, there were 4 Origin Dao. It should be enough to kill King Gu's descendant. The brawny man knew that Fang Ping might not be easy to kill. He said immediately, "Okay." As they were talking, Chen Yaozu arrived. seeing Zheng Tao, who had fallen to the ground but was still struggling to crawl, seeing that he was already in a daze, blood gushing out of his body, but not dead yet, Chen Yaozu could not tell if he was happy or sad. All of you deserve to die. Although there were 16 rank 9s here, Chen Yaozu was not afraid at this moment. He did not snatch Zheng Tao. These people deliberately left Zheng Tao alive to lure him into the trap. If he left, he would be killed immediately. Moreover, he would not be able to escape. At this moment, as soon as he arrived, these people surrounded him from all directions. Chen Yaozu did not hesitate either. The origin dragon appeared instantly. In the blink of an eye, he appeared behind King Liu, divine weapon in hand. Sword out. Click. Chen Yaozu had no intention of leaving the brain nucleus behind. King Liu's skull was smashed. The brain nucleus was exposed. At this moment, it hid 500 to 600 meters away, thinking that Chen Yaozu was surrounded and could not escape. Who knew it did not know Chen Yaozu's ability at all? At this moment, Chen Yaozu's mastery of Origin Dao was getting better. In the blink of an eye, he broke through the void and appeared behind it. With a slash of his sword, he smashed its brain nucleus. Roar, an extremely shrill roar of despair was heard. The brain nucleus was smashed, and the mentality was destroyed. The headless giant corpse of the lion fell to the ground instantly. Damn it! The giant eagle and the others were stunned. They did not expect King Gu's descendant to have such an ultimate art. He actually broke through their encirclement and killed the heavily injured King Liu. They had not killed the resurrected martial artist yet, but a rank 9 had fallen first. Kill. In the next moment, the muscular man and the others attacked one after another. The muscular man saw Chen Yaozu's constant flickering and roughly understood the principle. He quickly shouted, "Activate the immortal deity and seal his Origin Dao passageway." They were all rank 9, and there were a few Origin Dao powerhouses. Although many people could not do what Chen Yaozu did, it did not mean that they did not know how to deal with it. In an instant, more than 10 powerhouses used their mentality to seal the void. Once the mentality was sealed, Chen Yaozu's origin dragon roared instantly, but it could not be used by Chen Yaozu anymore. "You're quite smart." Chen Yaozu did not care. He sneered. "Fine, then I'll kill you bastards." As soon as he finished speaking, Chen Yaozu moved forward with his sword in hand. The dragon disappeared, and a huge attack word integrated into the longsword. The power of destruction exploded. Kill. With a loud shout, a murderous aura sword. Today, only by killing his way to the top and proving his Dao could he not waste this trip. So what if there were 15 rank 9s? Even if he could not win, he still had to fight. Both sides had just started fighting when Fang Ping arrived. At this moment, Fang Ping's face was pale. Looking at Zheng Tao, who was covered in blood, he was furious. Zheng Tao's golden body was broken, red blood flowing. Right now, he was no different from an ordinary person. If this dragged on, he would definitely die. The only way to save the old man was to kill these people quickly or force them to retreat. 100 Beasts Forest. All of you deserve to die. The giant eagle had its eyes on Fang Ping, and Fang Ping had his eyes on it. He knew that on Zheng Tao's side, it was these few monsters who did it. They all had to die. A Changdao appeared in his hand. Without another word, Fang Ping broke through the air and slashed at the giant eagle. Screech! A sharp, piercing eagle cry rang again. The giant eagle's sharp claws grabbed the Changdao. On the side, the giant crocodile, the long snake, and the gopher attacked Fang Ping. 2 Origin Dao and 2 weak rank 9s were enough to deal with Chen Yaozu. Fang Ping, however, did not care. Just as the Changdao and the eagle's claws were about to touch, Fong Ping's mentality exploded suddenly. Boom! Thunder out of thin air. Invisible waves rippled in all directions. The giant eagle was slightly stagnant. The other three monsters were the same. At this moment, Fong Ping endured the excruciating pain of his head exploding. With a slash, the shining eagle's claws were bloody. So what if it was Origin Dao? Was the golden body of Origin Dao stronger than him? Was the outburst of Origin Dao stronger than him? That might not be the case. With a slash, the eagle's claws were broken. Seeing that the giant eagle was about to wake up, Fong Ping self-detonated his mentality again. At the same time, Fong Ping's mentality recovered quickly. In the blink of an eye, he broke through to where Chun Yaozu and the others were. Boom! With a crisp sound, in the void, the mentality blockade set by many powerhouses shattered in an instant. At this moment, Chun Yaozu suddenly appearing in front of the giant eagle. With a flash of golden light, he slashed at the eagle's head. The giant eagle's huge eyes regained clarity in the blink of an eye. With a violent cry, it flew backward quickly. What Chun Yaozu wanted was for it to retreat. At this moment, although he and Fong Ping did not work together much, they had a tacit understanding. Fong Ping's 7 orifices were bleeding profusely, but he did not care. Once again, he self-detonated his mentality. He self-detonated 3 times in a row. This time, he blew up the giant crocodile. The giant crocodile did not expect the giant eagle to run away. These 2 people suddenly gathered together and targeted it. His mentality was injured instantly, slightly stagnant. And a peerless rank 9 like Chun Yaozu needed this moment. On the longsword, a murderous aura rushed to the sky. Kill! A loud roar was not useless. Mixed with a strong mentality bombardment, once again intimidated the powerhouses in all directions. A crack appeared in the void. Chun Yaozu stabbed with his sword directly, smashing the giant crocodile's heart core. At this point in the battle, this time, including Fong Ping, no one wanted to preserve the monster's heart core and brain core completely. The demon core, this was the real fatal part of the demon clan. If the brain core was smashed, death was certain and mentality destroyed. If the heart core was smashed, the energy would collapse. Even if the mentality was not destroyed, the demon clan would not be able to fight anymore. Energy would be out of control, and in serious cases, they would die directly. Eating and drinking, although the demon clan's realm improvement was slow, there were not too many bottlenecks. However, the demon core was also their weakness. Bang! The giant crocodile's corpse fell. With this sword, Chun Yaozu directly smashed its heart core. The power that erupted from the longsword also directly shattered its vitality. Even if the mentality was not completely destroyed, at this time, the other party was also in a half-dead state. In the blink of an eye, 2 rank 9 monsters were dead. And until now, the giant eagle only retreated 100 meters away, suddenly roaring in anger. The 100 Beasts Forest 4 big demon kings, after fighting for a while, actually had 2 killed. The people from the restricted area were actually unable to entangle the descendants of King Gu. They were all useless. The strong man and the group of people were also pale, their expressions ugly. The 11 of them, under the joint effort, were actually killed by Chun Yaozu. Although it was caused by Fong Ping's mentality, it still made them feel ashamed. 16 rank 9s here, only 2 of them. Even if Lion King was severely injured previously, King Crocodile was not, and it was actually killed by a sword. Kagu. These god generals were also angry, their mentality crisscrossed again, messing up the energy distribution here, no longer giving Chun Yaozu a chance to ambush, no longer fighting separately. the remaining 11 people and 3 monsters surrounded the 2 of them in the middle, attacked one after another. These people were also incomparably powerful. Among them, a few rank 9 powerhouses suddenly erupted their mentality together, shocking Fang Ping. Fang Ping's face turned pale, quickly self-detonating his mentality again, shocking these people. In the end, these people actually had a tacit understanding in the blink of an eye, without any communication. 3 of them resisted. 3 of them released their mentality again to shock Fang Ping. 3 rank 9s blocked the power of self-detonation. More than enough. The remaining 3 rank 9s' mentality was not weaker than Fang Ping's. In the blink of an eye, Fang Ping also tasted the feeling of being shocked by someone's mentality. Taking advantage of the moment when he self-detonated and recovered, the other 3 people shocked him. In the next second, a long spear stabbed at Fang Ping's head. Fang Ping was a little dizzy. Beside him, Chun Yaozu roared, using his sword to block the long spear, grabbed Fang Ping, and leaped tens of meters into the air, avoiding the other people's attack. Fang Ping suddenly woke up, his face revealing a look of fear. These catacombs powerhouses had a very strong, tacit understanding. Mentality self-detonation was not invincible. Previously, when he self-detonated, that was because the other powerhouses were occupied, unable to deal with Fang Ping. At this time, these people against Fang Ping, as long as a few people blocked when he self-detonated, a few people surrounded him, then there would not be a situation where Fang Ping killed them. Child's play. Do you really think we don't know how special you are? The god General Under King Maple sneered. Regarding Fang Ping, everyone on King Maple's side knew. It was this person who made King Maple a joke in the eyes of the true kings. Fang Ping had self-detonated mentality before. Others might not know or remember, but the powerhouses under King Maple still knew. Right now, although Fang Ping's mentality self-detonation was scary, it was not invincible. 8,000 Hertz mentality self-detonation was scary, but 3 rank 9s were enough to withstand it. After saying that, the person shouted again, if he dares to self-detonate again, it will take an extremely short period of time to recover. Shock him again. Kill him. From self-detonation to recovery, Fang Ping was fast. No matter how fast it was still the process of 1 to 8,000 Hertz. It would not take a second. However, this less than a second was enough for the rank 9 to shock Fang Ping and kill him. Fang Ping's expression was livid. However, he did not say anything. Yes, he had a flaw. It was impossible to be invincible. However, he was very displeased that his flaw had been caught so quickly. There were still too few people. Wu Chuan and the others were too slow. Otherwise, these people would not have the time to send 3 rank 9s to block him, and then send another 3 rank 9s to shock him. Fang Ping was helpless, suddenly saying, "Senior, I'll self-detonate. You kill." He was prepared to hide behind Chun Yaozu and self-detonate. As soon as he said that, everyone was already attacking. Fang Ping scurried behind Chun Yaozu and began to self-detonate mentality again. The others blocked again. A few of them unleashed mentality to shock. Chun Yaozu was not a dead man either. Seizing this opportunity, he also unleashed mentality, suppressing the surroundings. At the same time, he also sent a voice transmission quickly. "This can't go on. Zhang Tao can't hold on anymore. He can't withstand the aftermath of the battle either. We have reservations. They have no reservations. Zhang Tao is about to be shocked to death. What should we do?" Fang Ping was a little anxious. Not only Zhang Tao, he had self-detonated 4 to 5 times in a row. He could not hold on anymore too. The continuous damage to him was too great. Right now, he felt like his brain was about to explode. If it happened a few more times, he would also have no energy to self-detonate. Both of them would be blasted to death. As for Wu Chuan and the rest, they still had at least 30 seconds. 30 seconds was enough for them to die a few times. At this time, Chen Yaozu sent a voice transmission. Quickly, give me a large amount of imperishable substance. Detonate the imperishable substance. Save Zheng Tao. Retreat immediately. As long as they met up with Wu Chuan and the rest, then it would not be these people chasing after them. It would be them chasing after these guys. These guys, did they really think that 6 Tao of origins was enough? Fang Ping was not careless either. The imperishable substance could be detonated. However, without the cooperation of the mineral vein, its power was limited. Even a rank 9 could not kill it. It could only block them slightly, and it was a serious waste, not cost-effective. 1,000 yuan of imperishable substance, at most, could block these rank 9s in the blink of an eye. That was the consumption of 10 million wealth points. For many people, 1,000 yuan of imperishable substance, that was the lifetime savings of a paragon. Just to block a few rank 9s for a moment, this was the biggest waste. However, Fang Ping still did not care so much. In the blink of an eye, a few thousand yuan of imperishable substance appeared in his hands. He and Chen Yaozu joined hands to unleash their mentality, detonating it quickly, throwing it out. Rumble! A few explosive sounds rang out. Those rank 9 powerhouses were slightly stagnant. Taking advantage of this moment, Chen Yaozu did not kill anymore. At this time, what was the point of killing one? Next time, these people would have experience. It would be harder for them to escape. At this moment, Chen Yaozu directly broke through the void. A giant dragon appeared, the dragon's tail appearing in front of Zheng Tao. In the blink of an eye, Chen Yaozu landed on the ground, grabbing Zheng Tao, yelling, "It's me, go!" Having said that, without another word, he carried Zheng Tao and ran. At the same time, Fang Ping also turned and fled, mentality quickly self-detonating, once again blocking everyone for a moment, retreating quickly. Behind them, Wu Chuan was slightly faster. Wu Quishan was next, followed by Li Changsheng. These 3 people at this moment were also almost there. Seeing the 2 of them carrying half of their bodies and escaping, Wu Quishan's mentality erupted, the pressure shaking the sky, yelling, "Hold on for a while more." The 3 powerhouses' speed was extremely fast. As long as they were not killed now, when they arrived, these people were nothing. Right now, there were only 14 rank 9. Humans could kill them. Damn it! They rushed over, but the Catacombs God generals were furious. With such an advantage, they actually could not kill their opponents. Now, Wu Quishan and the rest were less than 20 li away from here. They would arrive in the blink of an eye. The few of them no longer cared about consumption, about the overload on their bodies. Their speed would be even faster. If this went on, it might be difficult to kill Fang Ping and the rest. Fang Ping, you deserve to die. At this moment, the powerhouses under King Maple's command suddenly roared. At this moment, Fang Ping's expression changed slightly. Then, he let out a cold humph. King Maple was doing this too. At the back, the God General actually threw out a familiar maple leaf. Fang Ping had seen it before. At this moment, Fang Ping's first thought was to throw out old Zhang's split body. But at this moment, Fang Ping suddenly thought of something. I can also control a true king's split body. I am Feng Yexing, King Maple's biological grandson. You can control it, but what about me? I can do it better than you. Although it might not work, King Maple's split body might not be able to kill him. Last time he saw it, it was not too powerful, only comparable to the weakest origin Tao. The moment the maple leaf was thrown, Fang Ping instantly turned into Feng Yexing, taking on Feng Yexing's appearance and aura. The moment King Maple's apparition appeared, Fang Ping suddenly shouted, "Royal ancestor, kill him!" As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping's mentality exploded, starting to contact the apparition. The apparition was just a program, not King Maple himself. At this moment, there was actually a slight stagnation. The apparition was confused. According to the characteristics of the split body, the manipulator would direct the apparition to attack whoever he wanted to kill, whoever he locked onto. However, as King Maple's biological grandson, even if it was just a program, it still represented King Maple himself. Killing his own grandson, King Maple's apparition stagnated for a moment. At this moment, Fong Ping also fled quickly. Idiot, playing this game with me. Let your split body go to waste. Sir, the divine general under King Maple's command was about to go crazy. This was given to him by King Maple before he came. He could only use it if he had to kill Fong Ping. The strength of this split body was even stronger than the one he gave to Feng Yeshing last time. King Maple had paid a huge price for it. However, King Maple himself had probably forgotten that the split body was not him, so he did not know how to distinguish between friend and foe in this instant. The apparition stagnated for a moment, probably still accepting the order. Ignoring Fong Ping's order, it charged toward Fong Ping swiftly. However, in the next moment, Fong Ping's aura suddenly disappeared. The apparition stagnated for a moment again. At this moment, the time that the split body existed was almost up, and its aura began to decline. For a moment, it actually lost its direction of attack. It saw Fong Ping, but these split bodies killed people based on the aura they had locked onto earlier. Damn it! The divine general who was chasing from behind was furious. Damn it, damn it! King Maple's split body's autonomy was too weak. This was also because King Maple was not too strong and the mentality he cut was not too much. Otherwise, this would not have happened. The split bodies of Zhang Tao, Life King, and the others did not have this problem. King Maple was still lacking a little. Although the split body strength was only comparable to the origin Tao, this was a true king's split body. It had some special powers that could kill the same rank. Now, it was actually going to waste. Damn it, if King Maple found out about this, he would kill him. Even when a true king cut the split body, it was not as easy as he wanted to. The divine general under King Maple was furious, and the other divine generals were helpless too. This matter was messed up. At this moment, the muscular man suddenly said, "Retreat." They could not chase anymore. Fong Ping and the others had to meet up with the others. With the strength of the 14 of them, if they really fought, they might end up like the group of people before them. They could not use the fueling tactic anymore. If they lined up one by one to die, it would only get worse. They had to meet up with the others. The divine general under King Maple watched as the King Maple's split body's aura weakened. Not long after, Qin Yaozu suddenly turned around and slashed with his sword, piercing through the apparition directly. This made the powerhouse under King Maple's command so angry that his eyes almost popped out. The split body did not dissipate on its own. Instead, it was killed by the martial artist who resurrected. To a true king, this was a disgrace. Damn it, if this matter spread, he would be in big trouble. Even if the split body self-destructed, it was still better than being destroyed by martial artists below the true king level. To the 10,000 Ants Desert, the muscular man shouted. There were many demons over there. The monster Sunflower City's city lord, the Origin Dao powerhouse, had also gone there. They could meet up with the powerhouses there. The giant eagle screeched, full of dissatisfaction. In this short period of time, 2-rank 9 demon kings were killed. It was too dissatisfied. However, at this moment, if they continued to chase, they would need to fight the martial artist who resurrected. Without saying anything more, the 14 powerhouses swept the 2 demon corpses and left in the blink of an eye. At Imperial Sea Mountain, more than 60 rank 9 powerhouses rose into the air and rushed to the front line. At Hope City, many rank 9s also revealed their auras, boiling with killing intent. They gathered everyone and prepared for battle. In the restricted zone, the true king was still mobilizing the rank 9s. On Earth, Nan Yunue rushed to the 5 Holy Lands to ask for help. If they did not participate in the war, if Sino Nation was defeated and conquered a region, they would no longer care about Earth's survival, whether they would help or not. Nan Yunue, who had asked for help, was at daggers drawn. If there was a disagreement, she would counterattack the 5 Holy Lands and completely surrender to the catacombs. On this day, chaos was everywhere. /4_M. Chapter 8:27. In the west, the demons led by the Jiao suddenly turned hostile. 3 rank 9 giant ants were caught off guard. One of the rank 9 ants self-destructed, killing the other on the spot. Even the leading ant king was severely injured by the Jiao. Its core was injured, and its energy began to dissipate. As the strongest demon king in the 10,000 ant hive desert, the ant king was also a powerhouse in Origin Dao. It was no weaker than the giant eagle in the 100 Beasts forest. However, the ant king was still in despair, furious, and unwilling to accept this. It had been ambushed by the Jiao, golden-horned beast. The giant golden ant squeaked angrily, its mentality no longer fluctuating. The Jiao's huge face revealed a cunning expression. It began to roar as well. Ant King, watch your manners. Communicate with the immortal deity. The Jiao was very pleased. Didn't the giant ant say it was childish when it used beast language to communicate? Why was it roaring now? Kill it. Return to the 10,000 ant hive desert and kill the remaining 2 demon kings. The Jiao roared again. It had led hundreds of high-ranked demons out of the bounded zone this time. The giant golden ant was not with it. The Jiao was no longer attacking on its own. As the Beast King, it had to command the troops. More than 20 rank, 8 beasts, and 4 rank, 9 demons began to besiege the giant ant. The Jiao sensed the aura of the monster Sunflower City's governor and roared. In the next instant, hundreds of rank 7 demons charged in that direction. The monster Sunflower City's governor saw this from afar. He turned and fled without a word. It was crazy. Hundreds of high-ranked demons. Even he would have to kneel if he encountered them. His divine weapon had been destroyed, and he had been injured by the longevity sword. Although he still had Origin Dao strength, there were hundreds of rank 7 demons. Roar. The sounds of fighting continued. The Jiao could see the light of victory. In the next instant, the Jiao looked in the direction the monster Sunflower City's governor had fled. Suddenly, more than 10 rank 9 auras came from that direction. The Jiao was stunned. What's going on? Why did he suddenly come to kill it? I'm just killing a few ants. Is there a need to kill me? While the Jiao was stunned, the people who had rushed to the west were also furious. Golden-horned beast. The giant eagle was enraged. Traitor. This was the aura of the traitor from the 100 Beasts forest. It was actually not dead. And not only did it not die, it actually launched a sneak attack on the 10,000 ant desert and killed several ant kings. Golden-horned beast. Damn beast. The divine generals under King Huai were also furious. Even they had heard of this golden-horned beast. It had once lured a true king into the outer realms to hunt it down. In the end, the other party ran to the domain of domains, and everyone thought that the other party would never dare to come out again. Who knew that, at this critical moment, the other party would actually appear? Anger. The reinforcements from the 10,000 ant desert were actually killed by the golden-horned beast. Boom. Before those people could rush over, the last gigantic ant could not hold on any longer and was instantly destroyed by the combined attacks of dozens of demons. In the void, the shadow of a giant golden ant had just appeared when the Jiao suddenly opened its bloody mouth wide and swallowed the golden ant in one gulp. What? Everyone was dumbfounded. The golden horned beast actually ate the Ant King's spiritual power materialization, just as they were dumbfounded. In the direction of the city of Hope and Mount Imperial Sea, the ash cat's big head popped out again. The big cat's face was full of shock. Gluttony of the 8 directions divine technique. The ash cat said the name of an absolute art that left everyone dumbfounded. Gluttony of the 8 directions divine technique. This was the absolute art of a certain big dog. There was only one word to describe it: eat. It ate whatever it caught. It did not eat everything, but only picked the best to eat. In any case, it just ate, ate, ate. The more it ate, the better it ate, the stronger it was. Think about it. The ash cat, eating was to enjoy the life of a cat. That big dog was different. That big dog ate was completely to become stronger. Eat to become stronger, and then eat again. Whenever it saw something good, it would snatch it. The ash cat had many good things, and the big dog had robbed it many times. The ash cat remembered it clearly. Even after thousands of years, it had not forgotten that evil big dog. But now, this is the big dog's descendant. The big dog is dead. The ash cat did not feel that the Jiao's aura was familiar. If the big dog was the reincarnation of the same life source, there was no reason for it not to recognize it. Since it was not familiar, was this big dog the descendant of the big dog from the past? The big dog's descendant was actually in the 7 southern regions. What did this mean? Could it be that the big dog knew that it was not dead and threw its descendant here for it to take care of? No, it was prepared to let its descendant snatch its food. That evil big dog. The ash cat cursed softly, suddenly feeling a little sad. Was the big dog dead? The experts of that era were all gone. It remembered that the big dog had also disappeared a long time ago. Back then, the big dog had followed a group of people to eat delicious food. That departure was an eternal farewell. At that time, it was still sleeping. When it woke up, the world changed, the sex rose, and the world was born. Kwokang Mountain had delicious food, so it came. It was not a demon-taming beast of Kwokang Mountain, and Gong Juanzi was not qualified to tame it. In Kwokang Mountain, it was quite comfortable. In the end, the second time it slept, it missed the great battle again. The world changed again, and the big changes happened again. Old acquaintances, friends, family, everything was gone. When it woke up again, the world had changed and people had changed. Everything was gone. Now it saw something familiar, the big dog's ultimate skill. Did the big dog have descendants? It could not remember. It had slept for too long, so long that it had forgotten the past. Thousands of years had passed, and the only thing it had some impression of was those memories worth remembering. The big dog is dead. The ash cat's huge eyes suddenly became watery. The ash cat Tengu, the heaven's favorite. The Tengu was dead, and its descendant was here. Why did you send me here? I'm not familiar with you. The ash cat muttered. The old cat muttered. Suddenly, big drops of tears rolled down its face and crashed into the water of the forbidden sea, creating a rumbling sound. The big dog was very powerful, so powerful that it would be robbed every time. It was not enough for the big dog to rob it, so it brought people to take revenge, but in the end, everything was robbed by the big dog. That evil big dog even asked it to call more people, and if they snatched something good, they would split it evenly and give some benefits to the ash cat. The ash cat did not want to become stronger, and it did not like fighting. But the big dog only wanted to become stronger, and it wanted to become the Tengu Emperor. It was so powerful. How could it die? Who killed you? The ash cat muttered. The cat muttered, "You're so strong, who can kill you?" The next moment, the ash cat suddenly changed direction and quickly dug a hole in the west. The big dog actually threw its descendant here. It had seen this puppy before, but although it looked similar to the big dog, it was still different. The big dog left seeds everywhere. Maybe it's a crossbreed. The ash cat muttered in its heart, "It should be." Who knew? In the west, the strongest big ant was killed, and the Jiao swallowed its mentality manifestation. The Ant King was completely dead. 3 rank, 9 monsters were killed before they could even cause a ripple. Right now, there were still 2 rank, 9 big ants in the 10,000 ants desert. In the east, 14 powerhouses met up with Monster Sunflower City Lord, and 15 powerhouses were rushing over. When the Jiao saw this, it suddenly roared, "Ignore them, go to the 10,000 ants desert, kill the remaining 2 ant kings, and slaughter the 10,000 ants desert." The Jiao was not afraid of the 15 rank 9s. Including itself, there were 5 rank 9s. There were also more than 20 rank 8s, and hundreds of rank 7s. If they really fought, these guys might not be able to do anything to it. After it killed the 2 big ants, it could attack or defend, retreat to the bounded zone, and they would not dare to chase after it. Go! That was the remaining 9th grade demonic beast, the one that guarded the 100 Beasts forest. Fang Ping and the others did not say a word. At this moment, they had countless powerhouses on their side. Without the 4 demon kings, how could 100 Beasts forest have the strength to resist? Kill! The demon race dares to attack and kill humans. This crime is unforgivable. Kill, without mercy. As soon as Fang Ping finished speaking, he swung his saber, splitting a rank 7 monster in half. Without even looking, he charged straight into the 100 Beasts forest, brandishing his saber and slashing. In a flash, Chen Yaozu appeared above the ferocious tiger demonic beast. His long sword pierced through the void as he charged towards his opponent. "I am the 10,000 demon royal court." The demon king did not have time to say too much. In the next second, Wu Chuan suddenly broke through the void and arrived, roaring, "It's time to kill one for me." This time, a green light pierced through heaven and earth. A long sword pierced through the void, shattering the space. The long sword pierced through the void and arrived, chopping off the ferocious tiger's head. Seeing that, Chen Yaozu could only put away his sword, saying helplessly, "What's there to snatch?" "There are more. From the north, dozens of rank 19 have arrived. This time, there will be more to kill. What's the rush now?" Humph. Wu Chuan humphed. How could he not be anxious? If he did not kill one, he would be too ashamed to face others. Among the 11 powerhouses, other than Wang Qinghai, who was helplessly guarding the old man Zheng Tao and the heavily injured phoenix monster, the other 10 were killing in the 100 Beasts forest. Roar. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Howl. Beast roars came one after another. The 100 Beasts forest that had stood in the 7 southern regions for thousands of years was forcefully breached today. The Beast King that stayed was besieged by 2 peak rank, 9 powerhouses, killed in the blink of an eye. Very soon, the 10 people began slaughtering the 100 Beasts forest demons. The sounds of explosions were endless. One by one, the rank 7 and 8 demons that were usually high and mighty were like weeds today. Their corpses were everywhere. The blood-red light soared into the sky. Too many high-ranked demons died in battle, causing the entire 100 Beasts forest to be shrouded in the blood-red light. Thousands of miles away, in the west, when they saw the blood-red light piercing through heaven and earth in the east, the giant eagle monster and the long snake monster that was still alive roared madly. The 100 Beasts forest was breached. Today, the two big demon forbidden lands of the 7 southern regions were going to be completely destroyed. Ahead, the Jiao had already led countless demons to war with the demons of the 10,000 Ants Desert. They were slaughtering the demons of the 10,000 Ants Desert. Jiao was stunned for a moment. Then, she said hurriedly, then the martial artists who were reborn. Martial artists who were reborn. This true king smiled faintly. After a while, he said, one of the martial artists who were reborn died in battle. Humph! Green Wolf King suddenly snorted. Not far away, War King suddenly smiled faintly. Sorry, he's not dead yet. King Pingshan, your strength is still a little lacking. Go back and practice more, lest you die a violent death like Mysterious Jade, True King. This new True King's strength was really not up to par. His sensing ability was very poor. He could not sense that the phoenix was still alive. He could not sense that Zheng Tao was still alive. This was the difference in strength. The other party could only make a rough judgment. As soon as this was said, the true king's expression changed slightly, but he did not speak. If he spoke now, it would be a joke. Since Green Wolf King did not refute, it meant that what War King said was true. 7 southern regions had lost 23 rank 9s in battle. None of the martial artists who were reborn were injured. As for Ji Yao, her expression was strange. So many god generals entered the territory. In the end, 23 of them were killed by the martial artists who were unharmed. What did this mean? Were god continents god generals this weak now? This battle was fought with great momentum, but this was the result. If word got out, other than the true king powerhouses in God continent, everyone else would be shaken. Would they really dare to fight the land of rebirth? There were many god generals in God continent and the outer territories. In total, there were close to 2,000 rank 9s in the 108 outer territories and cities. There were at least 500 demon god generals in the forbidden rank 9. There were more than 2,500 rank 9s in the outer territories. The inner territories of God continent had more rank 9s than the outer territories. Of course, it was not that much. Many rank 9s in the outer territories came from the inner territories. In total, there were a few thousand of them. However, God continent was too big. Was a few thousand god generals a lot? There were so many true kings, so many divine sects and dynasties. There were not many god generals directly under the command of the 2 royal courts. More than 20 were killed in this battle. Now there were close to 80 rank 9 powerhouses in the 7 southern regions. If hundreds of god generals were killed in this battle, God continent would be in turmoil. In the past few years, too many god generals had died in battle. Sino Nation, Ji Yao said all of a sudden. King Pingshan fell silent. In the past 2 years, too many god generals had died in the war with Sino Nation. In total, there were probably more than 50. As for Sino Nation, it was funny. So far, only Axe King had died in battle. With the battle-loss ratio at this point, even the true kings were a little shaken. 50-1. This was the battle-loss ratio of god generals' powerhouses. What about true kings? When the war started, there were dozens of true kings in the land of rebirth. Forget about dozens to one. Even if it was 2-1, 100 true kings would have died in battle. At the level of true kings, they were almost immortal. Was it really worth it? King Pingshan's mind was full of thoughts. He was a powerhouse who had not gone far on the origin path. Once he joined the war, he might really follow in Mysterious Jade, True King's footsteps. Mysterious Jade, True King, was not weaker than him. She died in Imperial Sea Mountain the first time she joined the war. After thinking about it, King Pingshan suddenly sent a voice transmission to Green Wolf King. Should we continue? If this goes on, there will be more casualties. Green Wolf, you won't be able to explain it to the royal court. I see that Bamboo King is still transporting rank 9s. Are you summoning true kings to prepare for a true king war? Green Wolf King sent a cold voice transmission. That's the plan. If we lose again in the God Generals War, then we'll start a true king war and invade the 7 southern regions. We might even take this opportunity to invade the land of rebirth. Green Wolf, are you serious? That's right. King Pingshan was silent for a while, then sent a voice transmission. I'm not interested in invading the land of rebirth, nor am I interested in seizing the seed of rebirth. I won't join this war. War King, Martial King, Hades King, Heaven-suppressing King, Sword King, none of them are weak. I've only been a true king for 300 years. I still have a long life. I don't want to die here. You, humph. King Pingshan ignored him and continued, Green Wolf, this war is between the land of rebirth and the Heavenly Plants Royal Court. The Heavenly Plants Royal Court has always been fighting head-on. Now, you're so impatient. Don't you think you've gone overboard? Do you want to drag the Destiny Royal Court into the flames of war? Green Wolf, don't be impulsive. The Royal Court and the True King Palace can still accept God general-level martial artists joining the 7 southern regions. However, you want to drag the entire Royal Court into the flames of war. The other true kings won't agree. Although there aren't many true kings in the land of rebirth, there are many top-level true king powerhouses. Think twice. King Pingshan advised. The war was not going well. He could already feel a strong sense of crisis. This war had the tendency of breaking out into a big war. Once the true kings joined the war, the situation would be completely chaotic. By then, it might attract more and more true kings to join the war. This time, there might be true kings who would really fall. He was not strong and did not want to get involved. He did not want to die here either. So what if he conquered the land of rebirth? When a person is dead, everything is empty. Even if the seed of rebirth could really resurrect people, these true kings could only resurrect those god generals because the god generals were their subordinates. If these true kings died in battle, they would really die. No one would be willing to resurrect a true king and increase their opponents. As soon as he finished speaking, King Pingshan suddenly frowned and said, It seems like someone from the land of rebirth has come again. Green Wolf King noticed it earlier than him. He did not continue the topic just now. Instead, he frowned slightly and said, Sino Nation is so generous, including Fong Ping and Longevity Sword. The number of god generals participating in the war has reached 24. At this moment, rank 9s entered from the passageway one after another and joined the war. How many rank 9s were there in Sino Nation? There were 48 places on the ranking list. Other than the 5 paragons, there were 23 passageways. There were no rank 9s in the Forbidden Catacombs now. 22 passageways were guarded by rank 9s. That was the 27th. Zhao Xingwu was not included in the list. The remaining 20 were all here. In addition to the 2 rank 8s, Fong Ping and Longevity Sword, there were 22 in total, including Zheng Tao and LV Zhen. There were 24 powerhouses who had entered the domain. This was Sino Nation's overwhelming power. Of course, there were still a few rank 9s in Polaris City and the central government who were not on the ranking list. From the looks of it, they might be rushing to join the war soon. Perhaps very soon. There would be as many as 30 rank 9s participating in the war. On the Catacombs side, there were about 80 rank 9s in the domain now. Don't forget, there were still a few demons from the Land of Boundaries that were also participating in the war. King Pingshan felt increasingly threatened. It seemed that Sino Nation's King Wu and the others were really going to fight a big war in the 7 southern territories this time. There were not many resurrected god generals. If they suffered heavy losses, even if the Green Wolf King did not start the war, King Wu and the others would make a move. King Pingshan glanced at the Green Wolf King. Suddenly, he sent a voice transmission to Ji Yao, "Leave this place as soon as possible. A battle between true kings might break out here soon. Ji Yao, leave as soon as possible. The Green Wolf King is bent on dragging the royal court into the war. I'm afraid he has other plans." Ji Yao's expression changed slightly. Her father had asked her to come here to check out the situation and see if she could discuss cooperation with Fang Ping. Initially, she thought that she had to be more careful this time. With 5 god generals protecting her, there should be no problems. Who knew that the situation would deteriorate to this point now? 5 god generals? 5 true kings were more or less the same. The 7 southern territories was about to become a slaughterhouse for the god generals. At this moment, the Green Wolf King suddenly sent a voice transmission, informed the other territories to join the war. Defeat the Land of Rebirth. Perhaps this time we can conquer the Land of Rebirth completely. Ji Yao suddenly snorted coldly, her eyes cold and stern. Green Wolf King, you don't have this right. You're neither the royal court lord nor the true King Hall lord. How dare you? At this moment, Ji Yao could not stand it anymore. The Green Wolf King actually wanted to start a war between all territories. He wanted to drag the Destiny Royal Court into the flames of war and become the main attacker of the Land of Rebirth. This was something that the Ji family would never agree to. The Green Wolf King's eyes were cold. King Pingshan said calmly, "Green Wolf, think twice." If he touched Ji Yao, started a war, and dragged the royal court into the flames of war, he would just have to wait for the Life King and Lord Ji's revenge. The Green Wolf King glanced at Ji Yao coldly, but did not mention the other territories attacking together. This was no longer something he could control. However, the 7 southern territories was his territory. He could do whatever he wanted. Even the royal court had no right to control what he did. Chapter 8:28 100 Beasts Forest. The once powerful demon Forbidden Land was completely destroyed today. Corpses were everywhere. This time, Fang Ping finally had some gains. 82 rank, 7 demon corpses. 11 rank, 8 corpses. 1 rank, 9 corpse. Since the start of the war, they had killed many rank 9 demons. In the end, this was the only corpse they got, and it was considered complete. However, this was not all. Fang Ping glanced at the interior of 100 Beasts Forest. So many mineral veins. Fang Ping was slightly shocked. The Forbidden Land was indeed a forbidden land. A place that cultivated 5 rank 9s was not a place that lacked energy. There were at least 3 complete mineral veins. The so-called complete mineral veins were in better condition than the one in Skygate City. However, this was not the time to mine. Fang Ping glanced at it. Without looking, he said quickly, "Vice-Chancellor, Old Chun, let's quickly gather the others and rush to the west. Let's see if we can kill those guys before the others arrive." There were more and more rank 9s in the catacombs. If this went on, although Fang Ping had reinforcements, they would be at a disadvantage sooner or later. Qin Yaozu said quickly, "Then let's go." This time, Zhang Weiyu and I will see if we can advance. If we can advance, this time, forcefully suppress it for a while. Zhang Weiyu, and I will not stop until we kill 20 to 30 rank 9s. Having said that, Qin Yaozu added quickly, "Moreover, this time they might not follow the previous rules. If they don't fight at the pinnacle, they might become a joke. Fang Ping, You guys must be careful. Chun Yaozu was full of confidence. He felt that he had a chance to advance this time. However, once he advanced, he might completely fall out with them and break the rules. When the pinnacle battle broke out, who would care about the rule of true kings not fighting? Take it easy, old man. Fang Ping laughed too. If you really break through, you've just advanced. If the pinnacle battle breaks out, you'll be in more danger. Let's go. Fang Ping did not care about the mineral veins anymore. After wiping out the Forbidden Land this time, the mineral veins would be left here. He would come back later to dig. This time, there was no need to follow the rules. All the rules were broken. Fang Ping now understood old Zhang's thoughts. He cut off all means of retreat and only bet on one thing. The catacombs dared not completely turn against him at this time. Fang Ping seriously suspected that the catacombs was not willing to start a full-scale war at this time because the 108 passageways were not all opened. Perhaps it had something to do with the fact that the thing they wanted had yet to appear, the seed of rebirth. Perhaps it will only appear after all 108 passageways are opened. Fang Ping suddenly felt a little relieved. There were so many powerhouses in the catacombs. If the seed of rebirth had really appeared, wouldn't the catacombs' powerhouses be worried? Wouldn't they be afraid of humans obtaining it and becoming emperors? But they weren't in a hurry. They waited and endured. Was it really because the Outer Realms passageway was unstable? The passage to Mount Royal Sea was still there. If the catacombs' powerhouses really wanted to focus on attacking the Shishan catacombs and attack together, why would they need to attack one by one from the outer domain? They could directly break through the Mount Yuhai passageway, and perhaps they could enter the human world. But they didn't. Maybe it's because it's not worth it. They hadn't even seen anything yet. There was no need to fight to the death. The powerhouses of the catacombs had endured for countless years, waiting for passageway 108 to be fully opened. Perhaps by then, there would be an earth-shattering change. When the seed of rebirth appeared completely, perhaps everyone would be able to discover it. It would not be like now, where almost no one knew what the seed of rebirth was. Who told them? Who spread the news about the seed of rebirth? So that these catacombs powerhouses did not doubt it at all and believed it to be true, Fang Ping used the flight step swiftly while thinking about this question. This news was definitely not groundless. It concerned hundreds of true kings. Some of these true kings had been planning for thousands of years. If the news was not confirmed, these people would be stupid to do this. Would there be any benefits in attacking and destroying Earth? To the true kings, Earth was nothing. But they still did it. That meant that they had confirmed the authenticity of the news, or that it was told to them by a powerhouse that they all believed. It was very clear that the seed of rebirth existed. That was why they did it. To be able to make hundreds of true kings believe. Ordinary people don't have this qualification. After about another 10 minutes, both sides met. Old Chen, Guardian Wu, everyone greeted one after another. Li Daong said loudly, "Fang Ping, the minister has given orders. Today, we will use all of Sino Nation's strength to fight the catacombs in Magic City. We won't stop until one of us is dead." At the back of the crowd, Zhang Weiyu also entered at this moment. He laughed loudly and said, "Today, West and South Guardian Manors will listen to MCMAU's orders. Fang Ping, today, MCMAU is the leader. You guys decide how to fight. This time, Sino Nation will not hesitate to give up other passageways. We must gain the biggest advantage in Magic City catacombs, using all of the nation's strength to fight this battle. If they lost Sino Nation, then they would conquer 7 southern territory. If they did not lose Sino Nation, then they would conquer 7 southern territory. or they would completely abandon 7 southern territory. But they would also destroy this place and make this territory wasteland. Fang Ping looked around. He saw many familiar faces and many powerhouses. Zhang Weiyu and the rest had actually arrived. Kong Lingyuan, an Origin Dao powerhouse who was in charge of a catacombs, had actually given up guarding and rushed here. There was also Star Town. A large number of powerhouses had also arrived. Fang Ping suddenly felt a little out of breath. In this battle, if these people died in Magic City catacombs, then Sino Nation's elite class below the pinnacle would be wiped out. The large number of pinnacle seeds accumulated in the neo-martial arts era would be obliterated. Fang Ping looked in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain. There were currently close to 70 auras piercing through the heavens and earth. They were about 600 li away from them. The more than 60 people who came in had joined up with the 4 god generals under Ji Yao's command. Almost 70 people had been gathered. In the west, the 15 auras no longer cared about Jiao. And the rest, instead, they took a detour and went to the side to converge with those people. Once they converged, there would be more than 80 rank 9 martial artists. And here, even including the crippled Zheng Tao, there were only 24 people, using the strength of 24 people to fight more than 80 rank 9s. It was not that they could not fight. Zhang Weiyu, Qin Yaozu, and the rest were all masters who could fight 2 against 3. However, if they fought like this, then the human casualties would be huge. In the end, more than half of the 24 powerhouses might die in battle. This was a loss that Sino Nation could not afford. Fang Ping did not speak. Instead, he quickly condensed about 30 lumps of imperishable substance. He threw 1 to each person and handed the rest to Wu Quishan. He said loudly, "Everyone, use them when you need to. We can fight, but it's important to stay alive." More than half of Sino Nation's Grandmaster powerhouses are gathered here. If we're injured, it'll be a national tragedy. After saying that, Fang Ping immediately said, "Go and meet up with Jiao and the rest. There are still 5 rank 9 monsters over there. Let the demons fight. The demons will be the vanguard. These demons are not afraid of death. Now that the 2 major forbidden lands have been destroyed, they have already made their move. There's no way out. We have to fight, even if we don't want to." As everyone spoke, they were already rushing toward the west. More than 20 powerhouses, auras swept across the city. This time, they ignored the city below. Some rank 7 and 8 powerhouses in the city saw them flying over and fled as fast as they could. They could not stay in the city. In the battle on Zheng Tao's side, the rank 9 battle earlier, they destroyed a city directly, wiped out the invaders, and killed all the high ranks in the city. Although these people did not feel it clearly, they knew that some people were caught in the crossfire. At this moment, how would they dare to stay where they were? Rank 7 and 8 martial artists fled as far as they could. It was fine if it was just a single rank 9s, but if there were several rank 19s, they would not dare to intercept them now. Although the true king had given such an order earlier, no one dared to come and seek death now. Fang Ping frowned as he performed the flight step. For the battle to reach this stage, it had already far exceeded his expectations. However, there were too many enemies. This could not go on. More than 80 rank 9s, and there were still rank 9s entering the domain. How to fight? More than 20 people. Even if Zhang Weiyu said that there would be reinforcements later on, how many could they possibly send? He did not want to fight a war with heavy casualties. There should not be heavy casualties in a war where he, Fang Ping, was around. His remaining 800 million wealth points were almost used up now. From start to finish, he had invested another 4 to 500 million wealth points into it. The House of Gold had even self-destructed, in addition to the more than 1 billion wealth points that were used to get out of the restricted zone. This battle was almost used up. With such heavy losses, if a large number of rank 9s were killed or injured, would this battle be worth it? After thinking about it, Fang Ping suddenly asked, "How many weak rank 9 powerhouses are there?" As soon as he said that, many people in the crowd looked at him. Fang Ping did not care so much. He looked around and said quickly, "Instructor Li, Minister Wang, Senior Tian, Minister Xia." Finally, Fang Ping looked at Lu Zhen. He did not expect Lu Zhen to come in at this time. However, Fang Ping still said quickly, "Including old Lu and me, there are a total of 6 people. All of their auras are about the same as weak rank 9s. If the 6 of us hide our auras and go to Mount Royal Sea now, pretend to be catacombs reinforcements." As soon as he said that, Zhang Weiyu's expression changed drastically. He said, "No, the true king is watching the battle. He will not give you such a chance." At this time, Fang Ping actually wanted to infiltrate the enemy's camp. How risky would that be? Would the true king not know whether they were reinforcements or not? Once the voice was transmitted, the 6 of them would be surrounded and killed by more than 80 people. They would die, for sure. Fang Ping took a deep breath and said in a low voice, "Then let Senior Warlord disrupt the situation. Just like last time, both sides will not watch the battle anymore, letting us kill each other. Let the true king become blind and deaf. The 6 of us will bring the avatars of the peerless powerhouses and enter from the back disguised as companions." Fang Ping quickly calculated whether his current wealth points were enough or not. If he added 1 more person, he would need to pay 10 times the price. Fang Ping himself was 10 million points per minute to disguise his aura. If he added 5 people, it would be 1 million points per minute. In an hour, that would be 60 million points. The price of 5 people is too high. Actually, we don't need so many people. Maybe we can reduce it. Actually, just to be safe, Old Man Li and I are enough. If it was really him and Old Man Li, then the consumption would be negligible. When Fang Ping thought of this, he suddenly changed his strategy and said quickly, "I will go with Instructor Li. No more disguises, but assassinations. As long as we are fast, we can kill 1 person in an instant and leave immediately. We have this confidence. I will self-detonate my mentality to intimidate 1 person. Instructor Li will use his sword to kill 1 person. We will lead them in circles, mess up their deployment, and disperse their forces." The more Fang Ping spoke, the smoother he became. He said quickly, "That's what we should do. That's the only way we can take them down, with the least amount of effort. Also, if everyone has brought avatars, please give some to us. Let's see if we can kill more people." As he spoke, Zhang Weiyu suddenly said, "Fang Ping, it's best not to use avatars this time. The battle of the peerless powerhouses is about to break out. Other than Minister Zhang, it's best not to use the others to prevent the decline of some of the peerless powerhouses' combat strength. The cost of killing a few more rank 9s is far less than the cost of using avatars. If the battle of the peerless powerhouses did not happen, they could recover after a period of recuperation." Zhang Weiyu would not say this. However, if the battle of the peerless powerhouses was imminent, using avatars at this time could easily cause the death of the peerless powerhouses if they were not careful. Sino Nation could not afford this price. Fang Ping's expression changed slightly. Careless. Really careless. Previously, he asked Jiang Chao and the others to come. At that time, he thought that if a great battle broke out here, even if the peerless powerhouses participated in the battle, it would be limited to old Zhang and the others. But now it might not be so. For example, people like Elder Ancestor Sue and the others might rush over to participate in the battle. If they used their avatars during the battle, causing their mentality to be deficient and stagnant, then it would be very troublesome. Fong Ping took a deep breath, looking at Zhang Weiyu, and nodding heavily. The others might be embarrassed to say this. The few powerhouses in Constellation City might not be able to say this, but Zhang Weiyu's reminder was right. At this time, they should not count on using the peerless powerhouses' avatars to kill the enemy. As for old Zhang's, it could be used. Now Fong Ping felt that old Zhang did not care about this shortcoming. Then Instructor Li and I will assassinate the enemy and disrupt their deployment. Try not to split up. Once you do, then it'll be troublesome. As he spoke, Zhang Weiyu suddenly transmitted his voice. Minister Zhang said that the cat you saw earlier is a cat from the bounded domain. At the crucial moment, let L-Vision appear, and let that cat attack. It's hiding underground now, using the water of the Forbidden Sea to conceal its aura. Minister and the other party have reached a certain agreement. By paying a certain price, the other party can attack in secret. Fong Ping's pupils constricted. He transmitted his voice quickly. In Hope City? Not only that, it is now opening up roads everywhere, pouring seawater into it, and concealing its aura. I'm not too sure where it is exactly, but pay attention and investigate. It might be where there are underground rivers. It shouldn't be too far away from us. Zhang Weiyu spoke quickly. Also, don't trust it completely. No one knows what the powerhouses in the bounded domain want to do. Try to guard against it. Also, Minister asked me to tell you, if you have the ability to attract a few hundred rank 9s here, he will attack at the crucial moment, annihilate these powerhouses, and completely break the rule of the peerless powerhouses not attacking. Of course, that's only if it's worth it. If there aren't enough rank 9s, humans won't take the initiative to break these rules, because it's more beneficial to us. Fong Ping was shocked. Old Zhang was really prepared to do something big this time. He actually wanted him to attract a few hundred rank 9s for him to kill. This old man was really ruthless and evil. I understand. Then the other passageways. Don't worry about it. Prepare to give up. Minister said so. That's right. Understood. Fong Ping did not waste any more time. His speed was extremely fast. From afar, his mentality erupted, and his pressure shook the sky. He roared, "Brother Jiao, come quickly!" In the next moment, from afar, the Jiao, who was holding a gigantic energy stone in its mouth, leaped into the air, looking at Fong Ping. With a crunch, it swallowed the huge energy stone into its stomach, a hint of helplessness in its big eyes. "Why did you call me?" "I'm looting the spoils of war. Chef actually brought people here. Could it be that he felt that he had broken his promise and was looking for him to settle the score? Didn't he just not attack the city? But he also destroyed the 10,000 ants desert. And it was so easy. No, the Jiao suddenly realized that it was in trouble. It was so easy. Could it be that Chef thought that it was too comfortable and was unhappy? It destroyed the 10,000 ants desert this time. It was really quite easy. Hundreds of demons first surrounded and killed 3 big ants, then 2 rank 9 ants that were split up. It was very easy. The demons in the bounded domain did not suffer too great losses. Only 30-odd rank, 7 demons, and 4 to 5 rank, 8 demons died. At the thought of this, the Jiao's golden body suddenly dimmed. The originally arrogant Jiao became miserable in the next moment, like a big dog that fell into a mud pit, battered and exhausted. There were even some cracks on its golden body. I was beaten up badly. In the distance, Fong Ping and the others looked sluggish. What was going on? Chun Yaozu and the others did not understand the Jiao and thought that it was seriously injured, so they did not think much of it. But Fong Ping knew it. This big dog, back in Skygate City, pretending to be pitiful. Anyway, if there were benefits, it would do it. It did not care about its reputation. If there were no benefits, it was usually not willing to do it. Fong Ping could not be bothered with it. His mentality erupted to the extreme, and he quickly roared, "We have killed dozens of rank 9 powerhouses. Now that the restricted zone has sent reinforcements, our reinforcements will need some time to arrive. If you do not want to be annihilated by the restricted zone powerhouses, come and meet up quickly." Do you really think that after destroying the 10,000 ants desert, those people will let you go? If you and I split up, you will definitely die. Think about your choice. Fong Ping was not worried at all that they would not meet up. If they split up now, as long as Fong Ping and the others left and did not stay in the west, they could be quickly annihilated by those powerhouses. Since the Jiao had already made its move, now it was not about destroying the 10,000 ants desert, but standing on the side of the humans. This kind of traitor was even more hateful. The Jiao was slightly stunned. What he said seemed to be right. Unless, before it could finish its thought, Fong Ping seemed to know what it was thinking and shouted again, "It's too late to retreat to the bounded domain now. This time, the 7 southern regions have gathered hundreds of rank 9s. If we are defeated, the bounded domain will no longer be a paradise. When the time comes, when the rank 9s enter the bounded domain, you will not be able to escape." True kings could not enter the bounded domain, but rank 9s did not have that many restrictions. The Jiao's giant eyes blinked. Boarded the pirate ship. That seemed to be the case. If they retreated now, Chef and the others would be defeated, and it would be doomed. If they did not retreat, they would have to fight many rank 9s. At this time, the two sides were about to converge. The Jiao was a little troubled. Chef said that they would win for sure, and in fact, they did win for sure. The other party quickly killed the local powerhouses of the 7 southern regions. The Jiao did not expect that the restricted zone would have so many rank 9s as reinforcements. Now that the battle had come to this, it was feeling a little helpless. It would have been better if it had not attacked, but now that it had attacked and killed the giant ants, it was obvious that it would not be let off. Roar. The Jiao suddenly roared. In the next moment, the demons in the 10,000 ants desert, who were still devouring the bodies of the demon beasts, rose into the air. At this moment, there were less than 100 rank 7s, and there were only a few rank 8s. Seeing this, Fong Ping shouted again, "The 2 demon-restricted zones have been destroyed. Brother Jiao, the top powerhouses of the humans, Guardian King, Martial King, Battle King, Pluto, have unanimously decided to confer you the title of the 7 southern regions' Demon King. After this battle, you will be the 7 southern regions' Demon King. Humans will manage the humans, and the Demon King will manage the demons. There will be no encroachment. Demon King, conferment of the kings." The Jiao's giant eyes blinked again, feeling that it was so awesome. Demon King conferred by the kings? Why did it feel like it was similar to the Lord of the Royal Court? If that was the case, would it be the number 1 demon under the kings in the future? At this moment, the demons in the bounded domain were all roaring, somewhat agitated and excited. Be it humans or demons, true monarchs were supreme beings. At this moment, Fong Ping had brought the conferment of the human kings. Although it was not the kings of the catacombs, to them it was similar. The golden-horned beast king was conferred a title by the kings. This was the first time something like this had happened in the 7 southern regions. At this moment, a token appeared in Fong Ping's hand. He tossed it over and shouted, "Jiao, are you willing to accept this order? This is the heaven-suppressing order, the order of the top human, Guardian King." The Guardian King had killed many true king powerhouses and was invincible. If you accept it, the Jiao will be the demon lord of the 7 southern regions. In the future, the Jiao will be free to roam the human world. Fang Ping did not mention the consequences if he did not accept it. However, the demons were still shocked. The top human true king, an existence that had killed many true kings. The land of rebirth could compete with the divine land because of these top powerhouses. If he did not accept this order, there would be a lot to say. This would be a slap in the face of the human kings. The Jiao was also helpless. Chef had already thrown it at him. Should he accept it? If he did not accept it, it would be so inappropriate. If he accepted it, Chef was obviously asking him to do the hard work. He was not stupid. Forget it. Let the other stupid demons do the work. He was the king. He could just command. The Jiao did not waste any more words. Soon, the token was sucked into the air by the Jiao, disappearing in the blink of an eye. No one knew if it was stored in the Jiao's stomach. Greetings, Jiao. At this moment, the demons all prostrated on the ground. It was perfectly justifiable for the kings to confer their titles. When Fang Ping said Jiao King, the golden-horned beast king became a thing of the past. From now on, it would be the Jiao King, a title given by the human kings. As the demons paid their respects, Jiang Yuanhua sent a voice transmission to Li Xinmin, asking, "Does your family's elder ancestor have the heaven-suppressing order?" Li Xinmin was the Li family patriarch of Star City. After a while, he said, "The elder ancestor has the token, not the heaven-suppressing order, but it does seem to belong to the elder ancestor. As for the conferment, the elder ancestor hasn't been back for so many years. Where would he find the time to do this?" Stop joking. The Li family had not seen the heaven-suppressing king for many years. The elder ancestor would not have the time to confer the title of demon king on a foreign demon. Fang Ping's lies could only fool the demons. Fang Ping did not care about this. At this time, including the 5 demon kings himself and Old Man Li, there were 29 rank 9 combatants on the human side. Zheng Tao was recovering rapidly. "Instructor Li, and I will sneak over now. Everyone, be careful." He had just finished speaking when Zhang Weiyu suddenly said, "Me, Old Chen, Wu Chuan, and Wu Quishan, the 4 of us will act alone. If the 4 of us join forces, we are stronger than the 3 from the Sky Plant's royal court back then. We can even fight a newly ascended paragon. They will act together. We will hunt down these powerhouses." The 4 powerhouses had made great strides on Origin Path. In this battle, perhaps all of them had hopes of advancing to the paragon. If the 4 of them joined forces, they would be stronger than the Li Zhu trio back then. They were invincible existences below the paragon. 8 to 10 rank 9s would not be able to do anything to them at all. Fang Ping thought for a while, nodded quickly, then turned around and instructed the Jiao to act together with the humans. Together with Old Man Li, he disappeared from the spot swiftly. He and Old Man Li would be assassins. Messing up the rank 9 company with dozens of people would be like how they dealt with Feng Mieshing and the rest back then at the king's battleground, killing them until they collapsed. As soon as he left, Zhang Weiyu and the rest quickly concealed their auras and hurried over there. With the 4 powerhouses joining forces, if Fang Ping and these 2 fellows really wanted the other party to split up, then as long as the number of people was less than 5, they could swiftly take down the other party, nibble away at the other party, and then eliminate them. He just did not know if there would be powerhouses on the Catacombs Divine Generals ranking who would come here this time. The powerhouses on the Divine Generals ranking were extremely strong. They should not be underestimated. Zhang Weiyu even thought of the Right God General. Back then, he had actually fought with the Right God General, but at that time, he was not the Right God General's opponent. He did not know if this trio would come this time. The 3 of them, Li, Hua, and Gu, were also humanity's biggest opponents back then. If the true king did not appear, these three people could look down on everyone. Among the humans below the Paragon, Zhang Tao, Li Jun, and Nan Yunyue could originally be their match. However, Zhang Tao was the first to advance, and Li Jun was about to advance. These three people were invincible, creating chaos many times. If Li Jun did not cripple them when he broke through many of the current human rank, 9 might have died in their hands. One of the trio is dead, and Li Zhu is not coming. Will the right god general come this time? I really want to see for myself. Zhang Weiyu was looking forward to it. Perhaps only by fighting with such a powerhouse could he advance to the Paragon. However, even if he did not come, this time was enough. Back then, Zhang Tao also fought more than 10 rank 9 powerhouses. In the end, he killed all the powerhouses and achieved the Paragon. This is the path of the Paragon. Back then, Zhang Tao said that he reached the Paragon after a nap. However, that was also built on the foundation of a great battle. In one battle, he killed more than 10 rank 9s with his strength alone. This was the true invincibility below the Paragon. In today's world, no one could do this, not to mention that more than 10 of them were all Origin Dao. Even if they were weak rank 9s, Zhang Weiyu and the rest might not be able to fight against 10 weak rank 9s. 4 or 5 were still possible, but 10, not only did they defeat them, but they also had to kill all of them. This was not something he could do. In the next moment, Zhang Weiyu thought of Fang Ping. This kid was advancing fast now, similar to Zhang Tao's invincibility in the same rank. Could it be that he was another martial king? However, this was a good thing for humanity. Looking around, the 3 people beside him all looked determined. Zhang Weiyu sighed again. Perhaps this time, Zhang Tao wanted everyone to fight in this battle with the intention of letting them take the opportunity to step into the Paragon. If they won this battle with the invincibility, maybe everyone could really advance. For hundreds of years, humans had not fought such a big battle, and they had not killed so many rank 9s. /4_M. You're tuning in to the Mystic Fist YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.